Need to go to the bathroom.
God damn it!
You
That better be serious!
You should be going, you fucking asshole.
You shit right now!
Power word piss!
Ah, my body!
Oh, that's good.
I want you all to know that all of that was recorded.
God damn it!
Yes! We should probably stop, though. I don't think Kay's back.
It's fine.
Fill the airtime.
Oh God, no!
Once there was a small Italian boy named Cicero, and he loved nothing more than to eat figs. On and on he went, eating figs all day, every day, until eventually he was as big as a house. And everyone said, wait, physically that doesn't make sense. Like, your bone structure can't support it. And he said, more figs! And he started grabbing people and eating them like figs. And soon he was taller than mountains and stronger than God. And God stepped up and said, you gotta stop eating those figs, man. And Figaro poked him in the eye and gave him a wedgie. And he just beat God up, and all of creation splintered to atoms. And Cicero retreated to parts unknown, and God had to start everything over again. And that is why God hates figs.
Well, it's a good thing we don't use figs in our wizard beer. We use hops.
My body! We're not still recording, are we?
I didn't stop.
Really?
You fuckers are on air.
Fucking. So, how Digimon?
Yeah.
I've been hyperfixating. I'm not currently intending to run or be in a Digimon game, but knowing us, it's inevitable.
Yeah.
So just like anyone watching, keep an eye out for that in the future.
Yes. You know what my favorite Digimon is? Munchermon.
Muncher.
Munchermon.
Do you remember Muncher, TT?
I don't remember Muncher at all. And no one ever will.
God damn it, Callan. Why did you do this to us?
Look, I did the countdown. It's not up to me to stop after that. It actually is, but I'm not going to.
Ah, god damn it, it's so awkward though.
It's a divine force.
Awkward? You have the person in here that did Cock Batman. There is no awkward.
I don't know who we're talking about.
The same, yeah, that sounds like the person. That sounds like something the person who talked about Muncher would do.
That's a good thing all records of that incident were munched.
Well,
I'm not for
thoroughly
realsies.
much. Okay, thank you. Should we restart?
I'm not
Yeah.
stopping.
was started.
Keep going.
Yeah, no, this
Keep
is
going.
just,
All
this is
right,
just
well.
the beginning now.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed the pre-show, which was totally planned and not certainly an accident. A horrible accident against God and man. Welcome back to Wake of the Red Death. This is what I get for all those times I accidentally razz Zero on a session.
Yeah.
Last time on Wake of the Red Death, we had a pretty light one, I feel like, you know. We found a village in the Dreamwoods housing several fairies. And we met Puck, former seneschal of Emperor Oberon and Empress Titania of the Mediterranean Seelie and Unseelie courts. Both deceased, which is horrifying news. We managed to drive some thugs called the Taxmen out of the woods, using a mixture of various ritual magic to create a horrifying monster that scared them out that seemed to be like a demonic Puck, essentially. And upon exiting the woods, they found the Taxmen, our heroes found the Taxmen reconvening, and were prepared to have to, fight these goons for real. when some different goons in copper armor appeared and proceeded to slaughter the taxmen en masse. Upon killing the taxmen, these militiamen uttered a prayer to their god Mars, the bringer of war, and left. Our heroes debated what to do when the area around them seemed to disappear and be replaced by a horrifying battlefield with more corpses than one could name. And emerging from the sky at that moment in a ball of flame was none other than the great god of war himself, Mars. And that is where our heroes are today, standing on a field of charred, literally faceless corpses, and before them is the towering form of the armor-clad god of war himself. So, how's everyone feeling today?
So.
Yeah, it's a bit early in the JRPG story to kill God.
It's early, but it's time to knuckle up.
Yeah, we really shouldn't have no-clipped and did a half press at a 90-degree angle.
The great god of war stands before you, his body lit from behind by the plume of literal flames that emerges from his helmet, giving him a sort of eerie red glow as he stands framed against the cloud-covered, really smoke-covered sky. His face, a motionless mask carved into a sharp-toothed grin. His limbs impossibly long and covered in these columns of segmented armor with spikes. His chest broad, his body armored tip to toe, and his voice booming as he says, I'm so glad to finally catch you! At which point he immediately bounds over right to you guys and crouches down, looming above you. His enormous head looking to you is like, every single time, I swear, I get here and you're already gone, but this time you stayed! I thought you all wore the same outfits. This is actually different than I thought it would be.
What?
Imagine this is a very intense presence.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Very much I want to crawl into a hole and maybe disappear kind of presence.
You know, uniforms? Military style? Come on!
We all recognize him, right?
Oh, you recognize the god of war, yes.
I was pretty sure we do. I'm just going to, of course, just going to go, are you looking for some chops?
You're the ones who did the prayer, right? The militiamen?
He's going to point down the road. You missed them by a few steps.
And it's hard to describe how it happens because you don't see it. But suddenly the expression on the mask changes from a big, wide, sharp-toothed smile to a somewhat hurt and disappointed frown.
Yeah.
They left? Again? But, no, you're here where the prayer was happening, so you said the prayer, right?
No, we did not.
I have never prayed in my entire life.
Hold on. What?
Okay, I'll wait.
Wait, do we know him as Ares or Mars?
If you guys are in northern Mediterra, so assuming that this is the primary part of Mediterra you've spent in your life, you would know him as Mars. If you are more worldly, you might also know him as Ares, or that fucking Mediterranean war god as he's known outside of Mediterra.
I'm gonna call him Mary.
Oh my god, no.
Didn't the gentleman say where they were going?
Yeah, Jatonia.
Junotonia.
To make
We were
war.
Yeah. We witnessed them slay men and go the other direction.
Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! And he stands up and he starts kicking the corpses around, and they go flying. And as they go flying, the more you realize they're like literally copy pasted the exact same dead bodies. And they just go flying, and they work with like video game ragdoll physics rather than real life physics. And then he just starts pouting next to you guys. This huge, towering, mythic figure, this literal god, just sits next to you and starts pouting. And he's like, "What's the point of praying to a god if you don't stay around for them to answer?"
That does seem awfully rude of them.
It's right. I didn't want to say it, but yes,
Mr.
Mars, bringer of war.
Yeah, it's so. For what you're saying, you're implying this seems to happen often.
Yes, yeah. So there's this new cult of mine, of followers doing things in my name, and it's really nice, and they're being very sweet. But I need to talk to them. But every time they do a prayer, they're just gone. They don't stay. It's like they don't expect me to answer back.
What do you want to tell them?
Yeah. Maybe we could do it for you?
He stops. And he looks at you all. And like again, the expression of his mask changes, and this one is like a far more neutral, which is almost disconcerting expression of like, sort of scrutiny as he's looking you over, and he's like, You say you don't pray to gods, that you're not devout?
If we say no, are you gonna like step on us or something?
And he swings out and he like playfully pats you on the back, but it's still with this giant nightmare clockwork claw talon. So it's like being slightly patted on the back with like a rudder or something.
Yeah.
I was under the impression that was really more Hecate's domain.
It's like, well, this is very unorthodox, but we live in unorthodox times. Here, come to the temple. And Mars stands up and starts strutting further into the battlefield.
Mr. Mars, the thing about that is your stride is very long.
Yes, I take large steps. I warned you of that. Up here! And he lowers one of his hands down for you to walk into it.
Oh my god!
Well, it would be rude to turn down a formal invitation from a god. So how about we all climb aboard and
Leica's already there.
You all right?
Yes, she knows what she's doing.
Yes, let's. Come along.
Gore's pretty much already clambered up.
All right, so you all climb into the palm of Mars, the war god, and he takes you across the battlefield. And the further you get, the thicker the mounds of corpses are, and the thicker the smell of smoke and fire. And eventually, you do see this very grim and monstrous-looking temple with a gateway big enough for him to pass through. And as you pass through the gates of the temple into the interior, inside are endless rows of wheat.
Oh.
And Mars lets you all out of his palm. And you see that against the wall are various farm implements, hoes, rakes, plows, spades. All these things for tending to a garden or a farm.
Do I know if Mars is also a god of farming?
Mars stands there with you all. I'm gonna answer this by way of scene.
Oh, okay.
Stands there with you all, and he says, "So, Dad was like, we did a lot of stuff during the time of antiquity, and we've helped out with these wars of conquest you guys had for the last bit. But he thought it might be better if we stepped back, let the mortals take care of things. And I was really bored. Really bored." And he looks at his field. So Minerva's like, get a hobby, Mars. And I'm like, I've already killed people. What else can I do? So I started looking at the people. You guys live such full lives when one really looks at it, even outside of war. And I started watching what humans do, and most humans, it turns out, are farmers. They work on a farm, and I wonder why are they working on this tedious place? Why are they doing all these tedious actions? And then I look at the farm tools, and I'm like, my God, you could kill a man with those. Just bash his head right into that shovel. And I start really getting into those, and I start thinking about it, and I watch it, and I realize you're always at war. Always. Not just with each other, but with the very forces of the world itself. You have to make all this food and train it like soldiers, so that way you can survive the harsh battlefield of winter.
Oh my
You're
God!
constantly at war against famine and thirst and plague. God, it's inspiring.
So does that mean I technically died in battle?
Yes! Yes! All deaths are glorious battle deaths, and yours was super glorious, because you're not even in Hades yet, and that means you rock, because you kept on to fight!
Crackly blushes slightly.
Oh my God!
God, I was inspired, so I got really into this. That's how I've been spending the last while. And this plague hit, and I saw how you fought against this enemy that you couldn't even see to survive, to keep yourselves alive. And I thought, God damn, that's inspiring.
What?
Oh
And I'm
God.
so proud of you, my precious Mediterraneans, my mortals. You survived. You fought the war, and you got through. And now you can farm, and you can make food and make more of you, and bounce back from these great, terrible losses you've suffered. Except, and this is when again his expression changes. It's gone back to that manic glee, but now it has a slight sheepish quality to it, and almost shame etched onto the features amongst the smile. He says, "Except there's this cult. A cult for me that wants a literal war, and it wants it now, because they think that now's the time to conquer everything. And it's not, though. Because if you try to go to war now, you're all going to die."
Gonna look to the nearest person with a face of mortification, and yet he's kind of got a point, though. Just everything he said is like,
Yeah.
It's literally he's out of pocket, but he's right.
And his mask changes again to where the smile is breaking, and there's not tears in the eyes, but the eyes are like in that sort of shaky, downturned look where it's clear that they're gonna start crying any minute. He says,
Oh my God!
I don't want you guys to die, because when you guys die, you go to Pluto, and you don't come back, and you don't fight wars anymore. And if you're all gone, then no one's fighting anymore. And you've all lost, and I don't want that. So So someone's got to tell these guys who are worshipping me to just knock it off. You know, plant some grain. Fight the war against famine, and the war against starvation, and the war against death. Because if you fight the war against other people, there's not going to be other people left. And there's not going to be you left. There's going to be no one left. And no one's fighting if there's no one left. They're just dead.
That's a rather healthy way of looking at things. Much more productive than last time. It sounds like you've really turned your life around, Mr. Mars.
I feel this is a natural progression of things, really, but thank you.
We do know where they're going, though.
Yeah.
They said
It's-
Junatonia?
Heard them.
Mother's Town. No.
They were speaking of lighting it ablaze, I believe.
he blows steam through the nostrils of his mask, and he's just like, all right. Well, what I know of these guys is they don't listen to anyone who's not really in their group. But they worship me. So if you had proof that I was on your side, they'd have to listen to you. Go to Junatonia and try to stop them. And I've got an idea. And he goes up to his rack of various tools and he grabs a key to one. It's like a leather strap with a little bronze badge on a tiny little metal loop attached to it. And it's got a clasp at the back. And he hands it to you all, and it's big enough where you could wrap it around your group and have it latch behind you. And on the bronze piece at the front, it says Cuddles. You're going to have to find my dragon.
The dragon?
Yes. Yes, my dragon. I had a dragon once, and this fellow killed it. Made me very sad.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I did not like that at all. I made him make a town for me, and then told him to commit some wars. He did a good job. But it took me a while, but eventually I got another dragon, and this one I hid better. His name is Cuddles, and I love him. I love him very much. If you bring Cuddles to their camp, they will have to acknowledge your authority as Chosens of Mars.
All right.
Do we know
just
Cuddles
just
won't
one-
just eat us when we find
Yeah. Because you know how
That's why I
pets
got
are.
his collar for you.
Yeah, you know how pets are. They can get a little munchy.
You've got his collar. If he gets a munch, you'd be like, "Hey, Cuddles," and he'll stop. If you want, and he goes to the same area, and he gets back like this big wooden crate, and inside there are several thrice baked chunks of something. Those are his snacks. You can throw him one of those if he gets nippy.
Excellent.
What are
There's snacks. God snacks.
I
yeah.
see.
Where should we start looking for Cuddles?
Oh, let's see here. And he snaps his fingers, and the part of the floor shifts so that a map can rise up from it,
God.
God.
Literally.
And he looks at the map, and he points to a spot. Oh, I've got the map up on the main Wake of the Rapid Thing, so I can just do it here. Yeah. He points to a spot right here.
Oh, God.
That's
Oh, that's so
Ah,
far
That
away.
is very
Oh,
far
Well, you
Right.
don't have to do it right away, but I mean, it is sort of a journey. I'm a reasonable fellow. I'm not gonna be like, make this your most pressing thing right at the moment. I just think that, the sooner you get to it, probably the better to stop war.
Yes.
Your worshippers will burn Junitonia to the ground.
I would prefer that not to happen. Yes.
We're just
They
concerned
named
that
themselves after Mom, and mean to burn Mom's place to the ground.
she would get upset about that. No.
She would. And God, she's got enough to deal with. Everyone still makes jokes because Dad was unfaithful.
Is
Yeah.
that still going on?
He says it stopped. Venus says differently.
Yes, we're just a little concerned that in the time it takes our little mortal legs to get there, that they might have gone through with it already.
Get there and stop them right now. What do you wait? Oh wait, I've got you. That's oh, all right. I'll send you back. But hey, put this on your docket, I guess.
Okay.
You see, but Mars,
Mhm.
they won't listen to us without your dragon.
Almost certainly they'll kill you on sight.
But getting your dragon will take more time than we have to stop them.
Well, stop
They
them right. I mean, it's not their whole guys in Junitonia, isn't it? Is it?
We don't know yet. But
Maybe
I
it's just a few guys, and you can just, I mean, he mimes like 15 different ways to kill somebody
yes, I think I'm
in
getting
like quick
understanding.
succession.
I think I'm understanding. We just rough them up, so they
Lethally.
bugger. Maybe. So they bugger off, and they
To hell.
don't burn down the town.
Yeah.
And
Easy
then
enough.
then
You've
we
got
go
it.
then we go get Cuddles and come back.
And you get
and
Cuddles.
yeah, I think I'm understanding.
Literally
the
could
plan.
not be easier.
Yeah,
Okay.
Alex is looking around with a manic smile of like fear. It's like, please help!
See whole face
Please help me!
Lyca's impression is like, no, he's got a point.
Hole is like holding themselves as rigid as possible. Like trying to be, I'm under control. This is fine. I'm okay. This is fine.
But thank you, Mr. Mars. You're
Mars or Aries, you can call me either. I don't really care.
thank you for being so
I know.
understanding and gracious with us, and thank you for showing us your lovely home.
Would you like some wheat?
Your wheat is
Yeah, it seems
expensive.
it's very golden, and there's a lot of it.
Some.
Like, how big is the wheat compared to us?
It's fucking huge.
Are we
Like
talking
one
tree-sized?
one stalk of this could probably maybe not like definitely not like full on tree size, but like sapling.
Oh my god.
One stalk of this could probably produce enough wheat to like feed a family for a month.
Jeez.
Imagine
Ah.
the bread you could make.
Yeah, that's
Oh, do
actually.
you guys want some bread?
Or was it Guilmon?
Sure.
Or was it Guilmon?
It was just some crumbs, if you will.
I have to have my auntie Vestia cook it for me. She's really good.
Yeah, I was going to ask. Like, baking seems also like a really good pastime.
Well, that's her thing, though. I don't want to steal her thing. In fact, I had this whole talk with Celeste about whether or not this is actually like kosher, but she was cool with it Because I'm about the farming, she's about the harvest itself. So it's working out. We're sharing.
Yeah, that makes
That's
perfect
excellent.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
I don't want to like take away the place of my aunties and my mom.
Oh.
They're doing good.
Why is
They don't get enough.
Aaron
They don't
so
get enough
sweet?
respect.
That's very nice to hear.
Yes. It is. Do you know a
The Muffin
quick
Man.
way to get to? They look at the map. Vulcan.
Yeah, normally you just take a short walk and you're there.
For
Short
people
walk.
with smaller strides.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how to make you guys go faster. It's a big problem whenever we have to do these campaigns out of Mediterra. It's just the walking is like 70% of war. The boring 70%. It's the part you got to bring a book for.
The
Do you read?
Yeah.
logistics does make and break war.
You heard of the Moon Sue guy? Great shit.
Ooh.
I was going to make that same joke. And I think he knows a little bit about war. More war than you do, pal, because he invented it.
Wait. Somebody invented war and he's not the god of it?
Well, does that sound like something we can take care of? Right?
Alex has got to throw an arm around Hull's shoulder. It's like, I'm going to admit this is my first time meeting a bona fide god. But typically,
Okay.
when a god tells you to do something, you say yes, even if you don't think you're up for it.
I know I'm trying.
Even if it seems really fucking scary.
I know, I'm trying to be conversational.
I think we could pull it off.
It's not like we're on a time crunch or anything.
Also,
You know,
we're currently
Do it
in
whenever.
we're currently in the god domain, so I don't think time is really matters while we're here.
No, I meant in general.
Maybe you won't even need to. Maybe I'll finally be able to capture some of these Mars guys while they're praying and like tell them this myself, and then you won't have to do it. You're like a backup plan.
Okay. That is something I'm wondering about.
I mean,
Maybe the reason they're always gone before you show up is because, well, you said you've been quiet. You've been tending your garden, so maybe they don't think you're. I hate to say this. Maybe they don't think you're around anymore, so they just kind of say it.
Oh, you're saying it's my fault.
No,
No.
not that. It's
And like his face immediately goes to like really shameful and sorrowful. He's like,
no, it's not that. It's they're just not doing the
I
research.
told Dad that we shouldn't pull back. We should keep meddling like we always do.
No, it's not
But
your
no one
fault.
listens to me. They're like, you just want to fight Thor again. And yes, I do.
Oh my god. Thor?
Thor
Do we know
Oh, Thor is awesome. So in this distant country called Germanor, they've got their own gods, and all of their gods are warriors. And the strongest one is the one who shoots lightning named Thor. He's got a great big hammer. I fought him a couple of times. It was great.
Yeah.
Best
Wow.
part of the Wars of Conquest. Didn't like fighting Odin and Loki too much. They're too much like my sister. But Thor, he and I, we could... Ooh, the fights were good.
Have you tried writing letters to him?
We're
Says that
We're
little...
not supposed to talk to the other pantheons anymore because Wars of Conquest got too hard.
Well, I mean,
Well, maybe you could
don't
send
need-
just like little letters, not like Wars of
Whoa.
Conquest, but like
Yeah, like inspire some poets to go there.
Like
and have like fights
Thor.
of words.
Thor, you red-haired bitch, come out and fight me.
No. How about Thor? You red-headed warrior.
You little lightning cock, come over here and fight me.
No. You don't want to invite a fight because you're trying to not do that, right?
Like have like a, I don't know,
Thor,
a
come
like
here.
a golden off.
come here for a friendly wrestle match. I'll show you my wheat, you show me your clouds, and then I'll punch your stupid face.
Have you considered a purely verbal battle?
That's like something my sister would suggest.
Hey, you can have a physical battle if you two want to. Just
Yes,
you just gotta keep it away from the mortals.
Yeah, my character may not know it, but I also know it's like, hey, Thor's also a god of farmers. No wonder they get along.
Yeah, oh my god. Are we setting up Ares and Thor?
Well, yeah, I was going to also make the joke. I wasn't sure how to frame it in character, but it's like the inherent homoeroticism of a rivalry.
Yeah.
There's even just slight Oedipal overtones with it because Thor's a lightning god and Mars has some very buried feelings about his dad.
Yeah.
Aw.
That could be therapeutic. Yeah, so we'll get on that, I think. Right, gang?
That
Sounds like we should.
That sounds wonderful. He snaps his fingers, and some horrifying automatons made of knives come out, holding wicker baskets the size of cows, and inside are bread loaves the size of human coffins.
Oh my god. Thank you.
Am I going to be able to eat this?
Some of them harvest the wheat and fill another basket with it.
Yes. Our friend here is a ghost. Can she eat this?
It's godly wheat, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be a real bad host if I didn't have something you could eat. You eat that wheat right now and tell me whether it works.
The raw wheat, not the bread.
Oh god, yeah.
Cassidy?
Like, hospitality to guests is huge.
Cassidy picks up attempts to take a bite out of one of the stalks of wheat, I guess.
Just attacks it like a fucking gremlin. Just
Crow.
Does it work?
Luckily for you, bread made by the gods is the kind of bullshit that gets around the otherwise dire state of being dead amongst the living.
And if Cassidy had eyes, they would just be going wide right now as she realizes.
It is really good. Like it is perpetually warm bread.
She's going to town.
It is and you see Mars smile with just absolute pride and glee. Pretty good at baking.
You are.
With help of my auntie, but yes.
Cassidy?
It's
If
like,
you eat it all now, you won't have any for later.
Right.
it's like, that was a little terrifying.
Bummer.
One of the horrible knife monsters puts another loaf in.
Oh, thank you.
Cassidy,
I'm
please.
just imagining she ate her way into one of the baskets, and at the bottom of the basket, she's like, "Oh my god!" And another loaf is put in, and it's starting to sink.
Just pure cartoon logic.
Yes.
Just do lawnmower fashion, eating a bread loaf.
What you expect from a moon of Ares? Some indestructible super weapon. What you actually get from Ares? A cornucopia of endlessly fresh bread.
Yes.
Fresh and
What
warm. Like it is perpetually warm out of the oven bread.
Stuff it in the cornucopia.
Thank you very much, Mars.
Thank you so much.
Problem. Thank you for helping me with my little issue.
Yay! Let's go rough up some bullies then, gang.
Yes, and then let's find Cuddles.
Then find Cuddles.
Yeah.
He says as he waves, and as he waves, everything around you dissipates into smoke that blows away and returns you back to the area you were in.
So we're essentially just outside of the Dynonian forest, or were we like almost?
You
in
were
the
out. You were
woods?
just outside the Dreamwoods.
We're like
Um,
right here or here?
No, you're right. You're here.
Oh.
You're because you were heading towards
Okay,
Tunatoni.
Okay, sorry, other woods. My bad. Okay, so yeah, it is completely on our way, so that's fine.
There's an explosive,
We're all
like,
over here, that's out of the way.
there's an explosive exhale. The pressure is finally released from Alex's body.
Holy shit! Holy
Yeah.
shit! Holy shit!
Yeah. Yeah, that was intense.
This breaks. Holy shit!
That's not every day you meet a god.
I've never met a god.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, for reference,
I was expecting to meet a god much, much later, but
He looks up. It's like, were you banking on that? Were you banking on meeting Boss?
well, I mean, as an adventurous, there's also great ones meet a god eventually, although usually at the end of their careers.
That was terrifying.
I was fucking waiting to get smited.
I felt like an ant.
I feel alive.
I mean, I don't think you have anything to worry about because you're already dead. No offense. Sorry, I'm kind of babbling. I'm coming down from the adrenaline high, I think.
Gore, believe you were trying to say something.
it's like, for reference, Lord, he's just gonna lean over and just say, "Do not take the gods' offer before they even give it to us."
Sorry, I was not thinking clearly. It's kind of hard to think that clearly when that happens. I'm really sorry. That could have ended very, very badly. He could have like, oh, I want you to go around like murdering everyone you meet or something.
So we have to kill 5 Mars militiamen.
Well, that's
Right.
we know of.
Do we have to kill them? I mean, we.
No? Mars seems pretty adamant about killing them.
Yeah, but.
No, I think that's just his only answer.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of did kill those guys back in the woods, but we scared most of them. So maybe we could just rough them up, scare them into not being assholes or something.
Oh, well,
Leica puts a hand on your shoulder, Alex. I think gonna have to kill these guys, Alex.
Oh damn it! Oh damn it!
So we could always just steal their armor
Yeah.
and their weapons and run off into the sunset.
Okay, so they have fire. I believe.
Right.
You realized something else last time? Like,
Uh,
before the 7?
Yeah. He just pinches the bridge of his nose. Let me think. My brain's a lot fuller than it was a few minutes ago.
They believe
Copper
they have-
armor, right? Copper
Yeah,
is very conductive.
The armor was it avails them against fire, and their swords cauterize.
Okay, I think I can put together a spell to protect us from fire.
Yeah, that would be helpful. I mean,
Yes,
they would still be stabbing us, but
they would, but I'd rather get just stabbed than stabbed and burned at the same time.
And given their armor, they should, if we can get something to zap them, maybe could give us an edge.
maybe. I mean, typically lightning bolts hurt lots of people.
They're fire. Maybe.
Freeze them?
Electricity is made. It's a mix of wind and fire. TT.
Oh, sorry, what?
How do you make what is lightning magic? Is that a mix of wind and fire, or
Wind and fire.
Okay. I don't have the capability to produce electric magic, not yet. Anyway.
But I saw you. You used water, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe you can cool them off.
That's not a bad idea. Maybe I
think
can.
you're going.
Oh, it was ice. To be fair.
Yeah.
I
can
think
try.
you're going a little too far with these. We just need to wait into the dark and steal the armor.
Maybe.
Maybe?
He's going to look around as do we still have the giant collar and several wagon fucking loads of fucking bread and wheat?
Yeah, you do. You have these giant baskets of bread and wheat.
Oh dear, this is going to be difficult.
How do we take this with us?
Yeah, especially if we're going to go fight.
Mars, do you have a wagon?
You're not praying, so.
Yeah, praying generally involves killing people. So
I have a question, TT.
Yeah.
Like I said, my arcanism works off of space magic. Can I do some major space spell and just compact these down for?
I mean, here's the thing. Canonically in Fabula Ultima, you guys have the ability to store whatever the fuck you have in your backpack without storage limitations.
Okay,
so honestly, you can just. You don't even have to do a spell for it. You can just hammer space that shit.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this is God bread, so let's try it.
You are essentially built with a bag of holding on your character sheet.
Okay, just grabs a basket.
Like it opens up the booby pocket and just shoves in a giant piece of bread into it, and it just.
Yeah, okay. Like I said,
blinks a few times.
You can be flavored as that though. You condense things down.
I like that being our explanation for why the fuck this makes sense. In the canons, in the canon.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to make you spend points for what is essentially a function of the.
Speaking of, Leica's going to spend 2 inventory points to make a elemental shard of bolt.
Oh, that could help.
As Leica pulls out a little trinket that's looks like a steampunk landmark, like a steampunk grenade, or a little Tesla coil or something.
What is that?
Something my dad taught me.
What is that?
Okay.
Well, what is it for?
Oh, you pull the pin. You wait. You count to 3, and then you throw. You count to 4. Anyway, you count to 3, and then you throw, and lightning happens.
Nice.
Okay.
See.
Mars is just peeking over the hedge, taking notes. That seems really cool. And then he goes back into hiding.
That should be useful.
I can probably make 3 more of these before we rest.
Let's get going.
Let's get on
we need to catch up with these people.
Keep that in your pocket.
All right. You guys travel. and before the sun sets, you manage to arrive in the town of Junatonia. Junatonia is physically larger than the capital city of Mediterra, Jupitami, but it's not as densely populated. There's a lot more space. There's a lot more areas that are, closer to rural towns and sort of structure. It's really more for people to live than people to do commerce. And as you are walking through the city streets of like one of the physically largest, shared living spaces in Mediterra, you are struck with how empty it is. For every 10 or so buildings you pass, you see maybe one person on the street. Most of those buildings are boarded up. There are, in fact, entire streets that are barricaded, and when you look over the barricades, you see why very quickly, because there are just piles of desiccated, rotten corpses that have just been left there for lack of manpower to move them.
Feels like home.
It takes you a while to get to a part of the city that is actually densely populated enough to feel like a town. But eventually you do come to this little town square in Junatonia. There is a blacksmith shop with a big suit of armor out front, telling people of it. There is a doctor's hut, which currently has a sign that says, the doctor is out. There is a huge inn, not huge, but a fairly large-sized inn called the Restful Argus. And next to the inn, standing on a makeshift stage made out of rubble, are several Mars militia soldiers, with one centurion standing in the center above the rest.
Oh God.
Is anyone else in the streets?
There are some other people who I didn't put on here because I was nearing my limit of space on but just imagine there are like, a handful of civilians wandering through the streets, trying not to pay attention as the leader of the militiamen shouts, "People of Junatonia, we have suffered much, and you suffer still. Now, as we are rebuilding, as our people are struggling to pick themselves up by the bootstraps.
Oh God.
Your town is besieged. Out there on the road, vicious beasts with bodies like insects and faces like leopards prey upon individual travelers. You need the assistance of steel, and men as hard as that. I am Centurion Corpse of the Mars Militia, and you have it on my word that if the city of Junatonia swears fealty to our great General Dirt, we shall defend your roads. We shall defend your people from brigands and monsters. We shall restore you to safety. The mother goddess Juno has always fought kindly of her son Mars, and Mars is loyal in turn. Let it be the way between our cities. Swear fealty to us, and you shall never know what it is to feel fear again.
I thought they were going to burn this place to the ground.
Can I roll an insight on that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is just insight plus insight.
Yeah.
That sounds like their sales pitch.
I'm trying to find where the rolls went.
It's on the very last page. Very last page.
Insight.
Jesus, Leica.
Uh,
If anybody else wants to help.
yeah, I'm also 6. Wow.
Don't worry, I'll
Okay.
start 10.
Most of you, your reaction to this is, oh dear God, those guys murdered people so quickly last time we saw them. Alex, perhaps just because you know that Mars is on your side, you listen a little closely, and you realize this guy believes what he's saying. That whatever ulterior motives this militia member may have, the author to Junotonia is genuine. If they bend the knee and swear fealty to the Mars militia, they will be protected.
Yeah.
But they have to bend the knee.
It's like, I feel like internalizing that is just like, that's just because it's like, I think they're only going to burn down the town if no one buys into their sales pitch.
So
Of course. This is a
So you
classic
guys are
Stromborn
consulting. You catch the Centurion's eye, which I say in a very literal sense, since only one of his eyes functions.
Oh, fuck.
And he steps off of his little pulpit and
Shit.
approaches you. Sword sheathed, shield stowed on his back.
Okay.
And he sizes you up, and as he stands next to you, he is a towering man. He is big. Maybe not supernaturally big, but he is big. Like
Yeah.
wrestler big.
Yeah, and I'm quite small. I'm not very intimidating. So, hello, sir.
You are a young, powerful man.
greetings.
I thank you.
Is your family still with you?
Yes. I'm traveling with them right now. My fellows here. They're my band.
Ah. Family of fire. He claps you on the back. It's what we all deserve, is it not? It's a family by blood. Did the plague take them?
The man, woman who raised me, yes.
They took much of my family as well.
There are many orphans in the militia. We have seen what the former rulers of this country did in the time of crisis. They abandoned us. We will not do the same. You all seem hale, hearty of spirit, and you have survived thus far. Join our cause. We will be great warriors together. Think on it. And he turns with a swish of his red cape and goes back to his pulpit and begins preaching once more to the people in the city streets.
Oh, that man
That's
has an aura.
yeah.
Gore squints at the man as he walks off, and he's gonna just hushedly whisper to the others, like brittle knives thrown.
Yeah.
What?
Said like brittle knives thrown.
Maybe before we start any commotion, we should get a little more information.
Agreed.
Maybe we can head inside.
Yep, you can head inside to the tavern. You could also try to interrogate Corpse a bit if you want.
I don't want to become his namesake, thank you.
I feel like that's a bad idea, no matter how it turns out.
Yeah, he's
Alright.
already interested in us. Let's not arouse anymore.
But that would
All
also
right.
be a good way for us to get info, is because he's already interested in us, and it's a good way to hide what we're really after.
Yeah,
That is
he's
true.
He's a recruiter. He knows when people are not really interested.
Yeah, let's head into the tavern.
Let's try other things before you roll those dice.
Yeah.
I think I would like to speak to him later.
Well, we'll put that on the table. Let's go. The gaze is
tavern.
very intense.
All right. We are currently in the
tavern
tavern. I would have put more. This is like for this campaign. This is going to be our safe town music.
Aw.
Just as Millennial Fair is the safe town music for No Small Feat. It's just a little thing I'm structuring things as. I feel this is very appropriate for safe towns in Wake of the Red Death because it's slightly melancholy.
Yeah.
And also just
Cassidy-
legitimately like one of my favorite soundtracks songs of a video game ever. But yeah,
What's it from?
it's from Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, okay.
No.
It's the Moonlight
It's
Inn.
it's the song that plays at the last light inn, which when you reach it in Baldur's Gate 3, the fucking area it's situated in, you are so fucking thankful that safe zone exists.
Yeah.
Like, it really does begin to feel like home. You're like, oh, thank God, I'm back at Lost Light. Oh, jeez.
It has a very
Um,
Final Fantasy feel to it.
Yeah.
Is Cassidy, are you out or are you in your plank?
Remaining in plank for now.
Okay.
In food coma.
So as you guys enter the tavern, has anyone checked their text messages yet?
From
What?
Folly?
From Folly?
Oh,
Text?
I mean, we can once we sit down and like relax for half a
And
second.
pull up.
Good idea, yeah.
and pull
Okay,
up
cool. This gets to
Arbor.
come as a genuine surprise to you all. Hey, over here! And you see this short blonde woman, and I gotta emphasize short, like she's probably shy of 5 foot.
Scatha.
With like slightly reddish, like a slightly reddish mane of blonde hair, great big shoulder pads. She's standing on top of the chair at these 2 tables she's had slid together, and she is waving with both her arms for you guys to come over to her. Over here!
I think we just look at each other for a second like, what?
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Teresia, the Terrific, as you all know.
I'm afraid I don't.
I pull.
She pulls a scroll out of her pocket and she's like, Goblin of Tentacles, horns, cute blonde boy.
What?
Which after, yeah, no, this is you. she has a list of characters with like a list of your names with descriptions of your appearances.
Did Volley send you?
Yeah. You guys needed some crystal balls, right?
With
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, all right, sit down.
Like
Thank
it
you.
already is.
It's been a day.
I
Yes.
bet it has. Well, the Master of Mischief has you well uncovered. I've also been given permission to get you guys a room at the inn. You're welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Much obliged.
Thank you.
Now, this took a bit of getting, but... And she plops down on the table a crystal ball about the size of a bowling ball. Oh shit, I need to get the stand. And she grabs a stand to put it on so it doesn't roll off. There we go. Eh?
Oh,
Thank you.
Good. Thank you very much.
See, Terrific Teresia always delivers.
It's been 2 months. Remind me why we needed the crystal ball again.
I was going
Contact.
to use it as a Hail Mary to try and contact our a witch I know.
It's
As to what to do with
basically
the stone.
it's basically like right now you have like a pager with Folly where you've got like a one-way like a 2-way between 2 parties like text message app that can only go to Folly. With the crystal ball, it's a cell phone. Anyone whose number you know you can contact if they have a crystal ball themselves.
So 14 is how we not four. Is it 14?
14's your little robot guy.
Yeah, he's the one who's Folly sends messages through, right?
I think we had like a sheet of paper that has.
Yeah, you got like
yeah.
a sheet of paper for it. 14 is more there to help with missions and stuff.
It's been 2 months. I
Oh.
forgot what.
Yeah,
what-
you're
what-
allowed. You're allowed a refresher. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's actually a perfect idea. I'm gonna set 14 on the table, knock him, just a light knock to get him up and awake.
Are we? Are we at the
We're-
Emerald City yet?
No,
no.
we're in
Oh.
Junipe.
Junotonia?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's kind of close. Not really, but it's closer than where we were.
Yes, we're making a necessary detour. Can you do us a favor?
Of course, I live to serve.
Oh shit! I just remembered. Maybe sending him out isn't the best idea, because I'm pretty sure those Mars militia men have it out for Ozymandias.
The Mars militia's here? Oh, we should kill them. We should slit their filthy throats.
Okay, stop, 14. Stop.
Even though he technically has no mouth, he's just gonna clamp his hands over what is a beak. It's like, and yeah,
Teresia, who is all smiles, like her big toothy grin turns into a smaller, more concerned grin.
it's like they're right outside, so maybe don't go blurting that out.
Oh, you're right. We should use subtlety and subterfuge to slit their
And
filthy throats.
Let's not, no,
Subtlety.
let's not jump to slitting somebody's throat.
So, how do you know Folly?
Back a little bit of a ways as, a master of mischief myself, there's been a couple of times I needed the help of somebody, redistribute some wealth. And Folly's always good for it.
That sounds
Plus,
rather noble.
he knows the location of some choice magical artifacts.
Redistribute well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Steal
you
it.
take from rich fucks and you give it to the needy.
She finger guns at you.
Like a finger guns back.
You can't see the
Hey.
eyes there up behind the mask.
Lycan knows what she's about.
Yeah, we.
Come on, you can't give me that whole the rich deserve what they have shit nowadays. I mean, they held
so-
up in their towers, and most of us
No,
have
so
died
the-
in the streets.
Certainly not. Those
Some-
whole sons don't deserve shit.
Some people of noble blood put their lives on the line to save others.
A rare and microscopic few, and they can keep their wealth. I don't care about it.
But now people like Ransagar, fuck this.
Fuck
Yeah,
Ransagar.
fuck Ransagar, piece of shit. Hope he dies.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh yeah, he's dead, by the way.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Yeah.
Worst
Okay,
wizard I've ever seen.
Oi, Barkeep, who's not on the stage because I didn't have space to add another character to the roster. Give us some boost.
Ow, 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 fuck,
okay?
fuck.
You alright?
Yeah.
Didn't happen,
Cramp?
but it tried to happen.
Cramp.
Oh.
I don't know what's causing it.
Have you been keeping yourself hydrated?
Yeah.
Potassium. Maybe just get looked at by maybe get a checkup on it. Could have been from the car. Might have dropped something. Anyway,
So, sorry. What was your name again?
Teresia the Terrific, or Terrific Tyresia if you don't want to have the in there. You can also call me the Master of Mischief.
All right.
I'm sort of a general purpose scoundrel, scallywag, and scamp.
Well, it's good to know what you're for. Since we are all on the same side, yeah, I assume. How long have you been in town?
Well, I was actually out in the desert for a good long time. There's this tomb I'm trying to find because supposedly it's got marvelous riches. But Folly sent me a little birdie and said that some people need a crystal ball, and I happen to know a good place to get crystal balls for cheap. So I quick grabbed one and schlepped it over here, and he said that you guys were heading Junitonia-wise, so I just sort of waited. Had a nice chat with my good old Grammy spinners, and then you guys showed up.
Oh, well,
All
thank
right.
you for procuring this. It means a lot. I not to like overburden you with knowledge you don't need, but this could help me get into contact with someone who could help us, who I haven't seen in a while.
Help you with
I
what?
would.
The crystal ball, just to contact someone I know.
Nice.
I would.
Thank you though. So
This is
Not-
extremely. This could be very helpful. Yes.
yeah, no,
You guys on a quest or something? What you doing for good old Folly?
something like that. A quest. Yeah.
He wants us to deliver something to clear across the country.
Oh, you're doing a courier thing? You should talk to the mail lady over there.
It's very
okay.
sensitive.
She gestures to the
materials.
girl at the bar.
Okay.
Good shot.
It just looks over there. And what do I see exactly?
So at first you look at this lady and she looks like a lady until you realize that her straw-colored hair is
Literal.
straw. And in fact, there's just straw instead of feet coming out of the ends of her pants. And as she holds a glass of water, an empty glass, in her, you realize her hand is just like a big, oversized gardening glove.
Does it look like does she look like a homunculus?
Yeah, you would know that this type of homunculus is called a straw man, or more colloquially, a living scarecrow.
Ah,
Oh, the male woman is a living scarecrow.
I mean, I guess if we gotta label everyone's species.
What? No, I'm. You see, I'm a wizard.
Oh, you're a wizard.
It's just that I'm linking things with the things I know.
Yeah, listen, I've got wizards in my family. I know how you act. It's fine. Yeah, it's
I will
a
burp a second.
homunculized.
I will burp a second. I need to walk.
It's a homunculus. Yeah, it. Wizards are always like, oh, I've read about this in the arcane text, and then they go on a whole thing about how they've read about this in the arcane text and this great magical thing, and you're like, yep, straw man, we've got them in the fields, Dad.
I was just.
I'm sorry, I might be labeling out some issues on you. It's a thing that I do sometimes. I'm a bit of a motor mouth, and sometimes it's just the impulses come out. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm sure you're a perfectly fine wizard.
I was a doctor during the plague.
Hey, then you should talk to that guy over there. He was also a doctor during the plague.
oh.
All right.
Then they
So,
stand up. Like, this is too awkward. Time to go.
So, well, who are the shady individuals over there?
Well, I assume they're here for drinks.
Okay.
Alex, why don't you make a nice perception check, a nice insight willpower roll for me?
Roger that. Insight, willpower.
Careful not to yell.
Something about those guys. Don't worry about it.
Careful not to yell at them. They may get pissy and tell the red wizard about us.
I see them though. Like they're in the way of going. Are they looking at us funny?
Do you want to make an insight willpower check for me?
Yeah, insight willpower. Rolls. Insight willpower.
Oh,
that's
don't worry
Dex.
about it. They don't look very powerful. They're not they probably didn't even go to a wizard college.
Since I'm
That's
the
a
one who
crit
looked in their
fail.
direction,
Jesus.
can I roll?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you all do it. I'll be
Insight
nice.
willpower?
Fucking
Complete failure.
It seems you rolled Dex and
Ah.
Dex.
Oh,
oh wait, I did.
there-
What?
There's some kind of creepy guys. Yeah, why did you roll dex twice?
I don't know. Insight willpower. What the fuck?
That's weird.
All right, well, probably not
That's
important.
still
Don't worry
Dex and
about him.
Dex.
I know. I don't know why it's doing that.
Are you using the configurable rolls?
Just why don't you just roll the dice individually? Like, just figure out what your dice is for insight and your dice for willpower,
There's an
and then just use the
interrogate.
normal dice roller.
So there's an interrogate
Insight.
shortcut
Oh.
that's inside.
And willpower.
Oh, that's a 10. That's
Okay, there you go, Hole. Yeah, those
Good
guys are
lord.
looking directly at Alex with a very predatory intent.
Oh, there's just like a pause, and they oh man, oh.
They're not looking at the rest of you. They're looking at Alex specifically.
There's a pause and like they make like oh make it look trying to make it look like oh I forgot something, and they quickly come back over.
Oh, hello. I forgot something. Alex,
Yeah.
those men at the table are staring at you.
He's not going to turn around.
Yeah.
But it's like,
They seem to be eyeing you specifically.
I wouldn't happen to know why. I don't think I've ever stepped on anyone's toes.
Oh, he is wearing really nice clothes, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Fairly.
Hmm.
Oh.
You are wearing very nice clothing.
Yeah, I've had these for a long time. They were hand-me-downs.
What if we got stains on it, and then they wouldn't be so nice?
Don't
Teresia
you
has
know who
crawled
they are?
across the table and is
Oh,
whispering to you.
Oh, God.
Yeah, just talking to Hole and then turns back. It's like, oh, sorry, sorry, I'm so jumpy. It's been a day.
Hey, you know what? It's fine. If you want, I've got a room upstairs. You can just lay low there.
Yeah, you just
All
go
right.
take the crystal ball.
All
and
right,
it's like,
you and I'll show you where it is. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
Let's
Thank
go,
you.
white boy.
Are you alright going by yourself?
She just leads you firmly by the hand to her room at the inn.
Oh,
It's like I definitely caught the comet earlier.
Someone did
She
stole a
looked-
twink.
She she looks to Glor and Leica.
should I follow them?
Unattended twink.
like a.
Just the goblin just shrugs. He's just like, I don't know what the fuck you people are doing. Weird
Yeah,
two-legged nonsense.
This is Mediterra. Twinks are a natural prey item.
Weird tall people nonsense.
It's like a lion chasing a gazelle.
Fine, I'll follow them.
In that case, it's a
Well-
weasel taking a rabbit.
We'll follow them.
All right. I don't have a map for this, but you guys
Theater
go
of the
through the
mind.
various rooms of the inn, and Polybius takes you. Or sorry, why did I say Polybius? God, damn it, Kay, you got me thinking about it by that comment you made earlier. Teresia,
I mean, she's clearly a descendant. That grin doesn't lie.
gave away the game. So Teresia takes our twink upstairs to one of the better rooms at the inn. This one's got like a not a hot tub, but
A
a
bath.
bathtub, which is a pretty big convenience for this time period. This anachronistic, not at all accurate time period. And she sits down on a nice leather couch and kicks off her boots like, so, Alex, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit of a sorts. You don't mind if I, holds up the crystal ball, is like, make a call.
So you can use the back room.
Thank you.
Leica
That
is
is-
go. Can I?
Yeah, you absolutely can. Let's get these shenanigans out of the way. Yeah,
Leica
you're-
is going to stealthily not follow them, but see where they're going, and then keep an eye on if they're being followed.
All right, so you're just gonna wait outside the door to the room.
That's what I'm doing.
Yep. Okay.
I will say Gore's staying in the main area. He probably has ordered some food, but he is watching the our cloaked figures out of the corner of his eye while snarfing down whatever the fuck.
The cloaked figures wait for a minute. They watch the place with the they watch the stairs to the rooms for a second. Frown. One of them puts money on the table to pay for their bill, and they eventually file out and leave. Ah!
What?
So
believe
just,
TT got.
Oh my god.
I just imagine a
The
shepherd's crook got him and yanked him off
TT.
stage.
TT died.
Got fucking yanked off stage. What the fuck?
Death of the author.
Oh
That's
no.
what you
Okay,
get for
back. Sorry.
Oh, come back.
TT said,
TT just died.
TT said Candlejack, and I think he went.
He made a squawk and vanished.
TT. Oh no.
They lost their headphones.
God's dead. God is dead and we killed them.
Wow, good job, guys.
That must be a record.
Damn.
Yeah. We met God, so we met a God, so we had to kill a God.
Got a bitch to
Campaign
shank a
over, I
bitch.
guess.
Yeah, I mean that's typical JRPG progression.
Oh, he's gone. They're gone from the Discord. I mean, Roll20.
Oh no. We killed the narrator.
They're
Oh,
back.
there he's back.
The
What
narrator
was the-
slipped on a banana peel.
Sorry about that. My computer does a terrible thing it does, where
Okay.
the power strip comes out by like a fraction of an inch, and then it decides just not to take any power anymore, and then not tell me.
Oof.
And
Yeah.
then
Oh,
shut down. And then I gotta make sure the strip's back in, and then wait for it to go completely off, and then I turn it back on. It's a fun thing to do to me nowadays.
You stopped and you were dead silent.
Yeah.
Are you telling
we
me,
were
TT, that your computer edges itself?
It does. It edges itself to my dissatisfaction.
Yeah, we were
It's just
just
me.
saying.
it's not edging itself, it's choking itself, and
Lord.
it doesn't know its limits.
It autoerotic asphyxiates while I'm trying to do shit.
There
Yeah,
we go.
we were wondering. It's like, what happened? It's like, oh god, TT got yanked off stage, or slipped on a banana peel.
Did it cut down? When did it cut off exactly?
When you said,
Ah!
They started filing out, and oh,
Yeah, because when I saw the screen go black, I was like, "Oh fuck, no, you don't!"
yeah, it's like the Shadowman got you.
Well, anyways, they left the bar.
Alright, Mike is gonna file back up and do an ox like they're gone. They filed out.
Thanks.
Frisia, who has just changed into a very different, more revealing dress, like, yeah, thanks.
Oh my god. She's going to fuck her twink.
Twink hunting.
So, what is this back room? This is like more like a closet or whatever.
TT? Oh no. TT?
Oh,
They
God.
got yanked again.
Oh no.
Their computer edged itself once more.
I don't think it's Alex getting fucked this episode.
Like I keep saying, the only one who fucks this twink is life.
Oh dear.
The fastest twink is the Red Death.
You've had it too good for too long, boy.
This is why you have safe words.
Safe words don't work when you're autoerotic, fixated on your own.
Fucking whore of a computer.
Oh, Lord. Hopefully it's just a computer needing to reboot or something after it, yanked its
Edit
own
itself
cord.
to death.
Yeah.
Help! It edged me again! Yells the DM into the void. Out of all the obstructions to D&D or other tabletops I've seen, this is easily the top 3 most amusing.
Mother,
What happened?
it edged me again.
I'm so sorry.
I feel like you, Teresia.
So, Lydia,
Bitch.
TT's computer died because it came a little unplugged and it doesn't tell him. So TT put it back together. It came back, and then it did it again.
I do like
Are you
that.
with us, TT?
Yeah, I'm with you. I do like that my sprite trickery with Teresia worked, and she is just slightly shorter than everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh!
Yeah. That's neat.
Cute. But yeah, when Leica knocks on the door and says they're gone, Hole, who was standing there quietly, looks at Leica like, what the heck?
No, like look at her. No one fucks this thing but life.
Alex, you were making a call.
Yeah, in this in the back room or whatever. This is a far shot, but okay. Just set the crystal ball down. Never used one of these before, but let's try it. Crystal ball. Do I have to address you? Sorry, I'm trying to find. I'm so mixed up.
You're
Okay. Let's.
Alright, you're fine.
Call at Miranda.
Okie dokes. There's a swirl in the void of the crystal ball. For about a minute and a half, not much happens, but eventually you do see a face appear out of the swirling void with a hood over her head, a crown over her hood, a domino mask over her eyes, and a veil hanging from the domino mask over her face. You recognize your Auntie Miranda.
Whoa.
Alex, I did not know that you had a crystal ball in your possession.
Yeah, it's recent acquisition. How are you? It's been a few years.
It has. I'm surviving. She looks off to Segum and says, I'm in the middle of some very important work. I'm glad to hear that you're well, though.
Sorry to interrupt.
Are you in need of help?
A little bit. That's actually why I wanted to call you. I'm
sorry I haven't been to visit. There has been a lot going on, and a lot that requires my knowledge.
Yeah,
I don't want you to think that you're not a priority, though. You are like family to me.
Yeah, that's good, because you might be the only family I have left.
Oh no, did they?
Yeah. It's
Oh, my dear boy, I'm so sorry. I should have been there. You should not have had to endure that alone.
It's fine. I'm getting through it. But it's I've gotten involved in things, good things. Hopefully to good. I'm with a good bunch of people.
That's
But,
good. Where are you?
Well, I'm in Juno
Junotonia?
Junotonia. Thank you. It's been a day. Yeah. It might be a little dangerous, but I think we can handle ourselves.
It's hard to tell because she wears so many layers on top of her face. But you can see a smile in her eyes. She says, Alex, there's more power in you than you know.
Aww.
Well,
I am sure that when you put your mind and your heart to it, you will achieve great things.
yeah, we do want to do some good. Do you ever heard of like a character named Ranzagar, a wizard?
Oh no, you haven't made a deal with him, have you? He's
He's
horrible person.
No, he's dead.
Oh. Well, you shouldn't normally take delight in the death of others, but in his case, I think it's warranted.
Having gone through his castle and seen what he's done, there are some people who they do some irredeemable things. The thing is, some of those irredeemable things he made, he made a particular special rock. If you get my meaning.
Her eyes go wide. Are you... This rock, is it red?
Yeah, you know what I'm...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the sort of thing we should talk about.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to talk about it that much. We want to put it someplace safe.
I knew we had experiments, but I didn't think any of them would come to fruition.
I wish it hadn't. The cost was horrific.
Tends to be.
Yeah, and now this the person who pointed us in that direction, he wants it. He claims he'll do good things with it, but I mean,
Who asked for this?
Ozymandias.
And there's something that flashes in her eyes. It's a hard to pin expression, but you've seen her get it a couple of times before, a sort of coldness. Alex,
Mm-hmm.
you have made a deal with Ozymandias. You must honor it, but do not trust that man.
Yeah, we kind of got that impression.
He has
He,
honeyed words, and he claims to have great intent. There are few men in this world I have met who have a hungrier air about them, and he will consume everything in the need to fill it.
It seems my intuition, our intuition, I mean, serves us well because we're not quite sold on giving that much power to him. But thank you for telling me that, Auntie. We're not heading. We're in no hurry to head to his place. We've kind of got involved in another altercation.
Another?
Yeah, there are these militiamen.
You need to stay away from the Mars militia, darling. They are dangerous.
Oh, we know that we saw them kill a few people. Problem is, I'm not sure we can leave this town in good conscience while they're here. We overheard them. They have some bad plans for this good news is their namesake is in our court at least.
You mean Mars, the god of war?
Yeah.
Alex, what have you been doing?
To be honest, in my defense, I was left unattended.
Oh.
Sorry.
She like she's a little offended, but also there's just a bit of a mischievous smile in her eyes as she's like, oh, okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean that. It's a lot has happened today. He kind of picked us up and then showed us his house and his garden, and
by which you mean
he gave us a collar.
By he, you mean Mars.
Yeah,
the god.
Yes, I know this sounds crazy, Auntie.
Okay,
You just hear a
Are
cork of wine pop.
Are you going to be staying in Junotonia for a while?
I don't know about that, cause.
Well, what direction are you headed?
Well, Mars is
Vulcan, I think it was. Vulcan.
Mars would like us to so these militiamen, they seem to be invoking his name, and so sorry, I need to ramble because this is a lot. And
Yeah.
you're like the smartest person I know.
That's very kind of you.
So yeah, he scooped us up. He showed us his house, and he's got like a collar for his dog, the dragon thing. He wants us to go find that. He thinks that would be irrefutable proof that Mars doesn't want these guys to go around killing people because bad times. He's actually seems pretty decent, even though he's fucking terrifying.
You have a holy quest. You're going. I can get to Junotonia in about a fortnight. If you can hold there or near there, I can try and meet up with you and see if we can sort some of this out. Okay?
Yeah. That's cool. One more thing.
Okay.
I'm calling you from what is basically the supply closet in somebody's room. Who I'm pretty sure she has it out for me or something. Not the bad way. Unimportant. But what I'm trying to say is, in the common room, there were some people and like really, really shadowy figures, and one of my companions noticed that they were looking at me specifically, and I mean, I haven't left the farm. I don't know who I could have possibly pissed off, but it's been a few days.
I am no longer asking you to wait in Junotonia. You need to wait there so I can catch up to you and we can talk, alright?
I think I can do that.
Alright. Alex, you are very dear to me.
Thank you.
And I will not allow you to come to harm if I can prevent it, but my powers have limits.
Yeah, I understand that. With you got responsibilities, you're a smart lady. People need you.
Take care of yourself. I will be there as soon as I can.
Thank you. I'll be honest. I was really afraid. Well, I mean, before you picked up, I was afraid whether or not you would not pick it up. It feels good not to be alone.
She smiles, and there's sadness in those eyes. I'm sorry you had to be alone for any amount of time.
It's okay. These people, they're my traveling companions. They're good. They're good people.
Then I am in their debt. I will see you soon, I promise, but I must go now.
Yes, of course. I've taken enough of your time. Good night. Thank you, Auntie. It's.
Good night, Alex. And the
it's nice
vision fades out of the crystal ball. Yeah, she's gone now.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Just kind of slumps a little bit in his chair.
You alright, buddy? I'm just a
don't-
swirling void of mist that latently collects the mental footnotes of people who visit, but if you want to talk, I can regurgitate various platitudes.
He's going to very gently caress the ball in a kind of like the way you would pet a dog. Thank
Oh.
you, buddy. I don't think I need anything right now, but do you have a name?
I'm a crystal ball.
Would you like a name?
I'm a crystal ball. And it shuts down.
Right. He's gonna put that in his bag and exit the back room.
At which point you see Teresia draped as seductively as she can manage over her couch, which is to say ridiculously. So tell me the truth. Prince in disguise or
What?
knight who lost his honor and now must win it back?
Oh my god!
Oh, she's a bad girl with a good boy thing.
Oh my god! Outside the room, like, what the fuck?
I think I get what you're laying down.
What's your tragic backstory?
Oh my god!
Same
How
as
many
everybody
people died?
else. Parents died from the plague.
My parents did not die from the plague. I'm sorry about yours, though.
Thank you. I think I get what you're laying down. I'm not sure I'm emotionally available right now. It's
Oh God, was I too forward?
maybe just a little bit.
Oh God!
Don't feel too bad about it though.
She just starts crying.
Setting aside the crystal ball, he's gonna put like both hands on shoulders.
I'm
like,
gonna
start-
be
start-
alone forever.
So,
Jesus Christ.
sorry, I didn't mean to set you off like that.
Oh my god! Oh, it feels so awkward, but they don't know what to do now.
Listen, Teresa.
Meanwhile, from outside the door, would have worked on me. Would've worked on
Listen,
me.
Teresa.
You useless fucking.
Like is bye.
He's just like, please make eye contact with me.
Okay, I'll make eye contact with you.
Teresa, you're very pretty.
Oh, thank
I'm-
you.
You seem, from what little I've seen, you seem very quite noble, and I'm sorry that.
Oh
you-
God, I give that impression. I'm trying to be more of like a mischievous rogue with a heart of gold.
She wants to be a bad girl.
I'm it's not so bad being
Like a
good.
femme fatale.
I'm
What the fuck?
Get out of my room.
okay. Sorry to upset you. I'll
It's not
be
your
going
fault. I'm going through some stuff.
now. Yeah, aren't we all? I'll talk to you later.
There's a knock on the door.
You'll just shuffle out. It's like, I think I upset her.
Yeah, I think you did. God, that got so awkward. I wasn't sure what to do.
Oh, this is turning out to be a fine day. I think I'm gonna go.
What if?
So,
It would have worked on me.
it maybe another time and place. She's pretty, but I mean, that was a lot. So
Looks
So good.
towards the rooms, like, huh?
so good news. I got into contact with the person I meant to contact, and she's going to meet with us here in like a fortnight. She really wants us to stay here. She really emphasized that.
Can we wait that long?
I mean, if we scare off the militiamen, maybe that would give us time. But she would really, really, really like us to stay here in this town. And fortunately, our other benefactor, the big one, said there was no big rush in finding his lost pet, so maybe we can stay.
We'll bring it up with the group as a whole.
So how much would it co- What's the most best wine or best alcoholic drink?
Oh my god, it's like you're gonna go woo her. Do it.
Do it. So,
DM.
oh no.
TT.
I didn't write a wine list.
Okay.
The Screwed Bastard wine.
I'll take it.
It's a picture of a divine, beautiful foot stepping on a hero of antiquity.
What the fuck?
What?
You're in Junatonia. You want the best wine? It's the Screwed Bastard wine.
All right.
Oh, I get it
Nope.
because Hera constantly. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, screwing over the bastards.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So just gotta clap like a little bit on the back. And it's like, good luck with that. I hope you bring her more joy than I did.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not. I'm just gonna get her a drink. I don't think she needs it. God.
Okay, sorry. I'm really reading into things. I'm gonna go lay down and take a nap.
Alrighty.
So, Alex, that crystal ball worked, right?
He just hands it to you. He's like, yeah, go ahead and knock yourself out. Really need that nap.
Thank you.
So yeah, like is just gonna knock on the door and say, "Boy, I think you can use some a pick me up."
She grabs it, uncorks it with her teeth, begins pouring it down her mouth without even pouring it into a glass. Ah! Oh god, I can't believe I struck out that bad. Oh, it's like
alright.
the 50th time that's happened.
Oh, trust me.
Jesus.
Oh, trust me, I know that feel.
Man!
I think I'm on my 60th.
Oh, who's like in the background having taken the order?
One up in me.
What?
I respect that.
That's one way to like change your
Uh-huh.
mood.
Well, yeah, Paul. One of the reasons why I left home that then. Well, when you're on the island and you struck out with like every single available option, both sides. Well, also since everyone knows your mom and dad, it's yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's worse. They all know the old me and they don't know the new me, so you know.
And I understand that.
They're probably all dead by plague anyway, so. It's like there's
Yeah,
nothing to go back to.
So what's your whole, honest? What's your whole?
Story.
Well, from a family of adventurous types who go out, right wrongs, do daring stuff. Some of them are wizards, and some of them are paragons, and I just sort of, this is good ass wine. I just sort of, started doing my own style of that. I thought, I'd like to be like a sort of swashbuckling type, steal a lot of hearts and stuff from rich assholes. It was working out pretty well for a bit, and the plague hit, and things got bad.
Yeah,
It's really easy to steal from rich people now, since a lot of them are dead, but it's not really fun.
yeah, not really. How long have you been going at this?
I went on my first adventure when I was about 12. I wasn't supposed to. I got in trouble for it, but that wouldn't stop me. She smiles with a mischievous grin.
Yeah, I tried to leave when I was around 14, but I got caught, and
Yeah,
it was a whole mess.
Grammy Spinners really didn't like it, but she also sort of came to my defense when my folks started chewing her out. It's like, yeah, that's what the family does. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, my mom was something of an adventurous herself. Not sure what my dad did. He always said he was into politics, whatever that meant.
Cheers to that.
Although I don't know why she holds up why politics would involve any of these, but fireworks, I'm guessing.
Mm. So what's this quest Folly's got you guys on?
Well, at first he wanted us to go fuck up Ranzaga and get something from him, but now he wants us to deliver something to him.
Ah. To
Not
him?
quite. No, to
Because he's-
whoever's hired him.
Oh, okay.
Not quite sure I can trust. Folly seems like an interesting chap, although I don't think I can trust his employer as far as I can throw him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can generally trust Folly to deal with you fairly, but the people he connects you to, well, there's a reason they have to get someone like Folly to be the intermediary.
You ever hear of a man named Ozymandias?
The great and powerful Ozymandias?
Yeah, that's the get.
Yeah, he's my parents want me to go to that school, the big wizard college, you know, the big one, the first one.
Not. I think that's the Applied Arcana.
Yeah, like the ridiculous number of A's one. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's like a
something or
Ozymandias
other.
is like their top graduate, like a couple decades back or something like that. Real wonderkin, real prodigy of magic, supposedly. Apparently, also got into a lot of fights with the faculty about various things and about how magic is structured and the ethics of things. One of those smart but very stubborn and kind of
Yeah.
self-assured types.
Who thinks they know best because they read it all in a book and know his book inside and out.
Or they know better than the book does.
Ugh, that's just giving me more of a bad vibe.
Well, I mean, I've heard good things about his little pleasure palace. They say,
I'm more worried about what we don't hear.
they say it's one of the most highly populated places post-plague. Lots of magical conveniences, really great health care over there. And most importantly, they've got those real high magically supported walls, which means that if this Mars militia thing really does turn ugly, it's going to be one of the last places that's defended. It's even the walls of Jupitami are beginning to crack. Of course, most stories you're going to hear about that place are about the various palaces of pleasure.
Yeah, part of me doesn't feel like those two things are connected personally. A superior magic individual with magically enhanced walls, while as a new group is going around destroying all the other non-magically defended places. Seems kind of sus if you ask me.
A bit sus. Well, good luck to you on your strange mailman mission. And if you ever need someone to help you do some scoundrelry and roguery...
Trust me. You're a woman after my own heart in that regard.
Oh. If I hadn't just struck out horribly and felt really raw about it. She winks at you and gives you a finger gun.
Like a finger runs and winks back.
You didn't strike out. Neither of you struck out that time.
And you share a nice bottle of the Screwed Bastard.
I imagine we're just gonna share stories and shit like.
Yeah. Just hang out, have some fun, get to know each other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what Leica wanted. Is like, ooh.
I
Meanwhile-
understand your pain.
Back
wait
in the
a
bar.
minute. Would this count as an interlude?
This is an interlude session, yes.
Form that bond.
But yeah, you
Yeah,
can
if
make a bond with Teresa, okay?
Ooh, yeah, you're right. I can. How old would you say Teresia is, by the way? Like 20s?
Yeah, she'd be like probably 24, 26.
Ah,
Like,
so about like 6 years older than Leica, roughly.
yeah. A little bit older, not obscenely so.
Well, I have the crystal ball, and I would like to try and use it, but before that, she's gonna head back. They're gonna head back down to the bar.
Hmm.
There we go. Mark that down.
And I see that the people are gone.
Yeah, the Shadow
Well,
Wizard
yeah,
Money
like
Gang
that.
are gone.
Yeah. So head over to
Yeah, but-
Gore.
Gore,
Oh,
it appears all is well upstairs.
of course. I expected nothing less.
I love your voice. Fuck.
If I could keep it consistent, or even the correct inconsistency, I will be happy. But I keep
You
losing
have-
it.
I would like to use this crystal ball to attempt to speak to somebody. If you are in need of it, I will be in.
And they'll just give you the room they're in.
Ha! No, I am completely fine where I am here. So, have a blast.
Thank you.
By the way, do you want me to order anything?
Something spicy.
Can be done.
They will head to their room.
And Gore will make sure that they get delivered something spicy.
They go into the room. Does that room have a back room too?
Yeah.
So they'll pull out the board.
Hmm.
Cassidy,
Brother,
are you alright?
bread.
I'm glad that you enjoyed the bread. We still have more if you want some.
I shouldn't. I really shouldn't.
Well, it's not like you can. Why not?
Because then we won't have more later.
Point made. I know I've been
Mocking
carrying.
me. Mocking me. Bringing me a piece of life back. A moment of feeling alive, knowing its mortality.
Aw.
Knowing it won't last.
Cole will reach a hand out and pat your shoulder.
I'm sorry, I can't imagine what that's like.
I'm sorry, I'm crashing.
What?
I think I'm crashing emotionally, I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. Do you need a hug?
Yes.
It is an awkward hug, but she does hug you. They do hug you.
Cassidy isn't used to it, but she clearly needs it.
Aw.
I am very sorry for your loss. I wish I had been there to maybe try and stop it.
Me and another million people.
You're not wrong. It's brutal times.
So what's
Cassidy,
on your mind?
Yeah, they pull out the crystal ball again.
I would have somebody I would like to contact.
Oh?
Yes. But I am scared.
Of what?
Seeing them again.
Well, why is that?
I have not seen them from a while, and I've changed much since we last saw each other.
I think that's just kind of. I think that's an inevitability of the passage of time.
They look at you. You still can't see their expression because of that mask, but they just like stare at you for a second.
You don't even know.
I guess I don't.
Then you... What?
Oh, I see. I understand.
You do?
Look. It's neither here nor there, but, you know, I'm trans too.
Pause.
I don't... What? I don't...
That's what. That's how you were dropping hints. I could pick it up.
Cassidy, it's...
You changed over the years. It's fine. It happens to lots of us.
Oh, I've heard of...
Would it be called Chaucer's highly reformed transformation? Was that like what
Yes, it would
would
be it'd be Chaucer's highly refined transformation spell.
I've heard of Chaucer's highly refined transformation spell, but I'm sorry, Cassidy. That's not what I mean.
Oh.
Well,
Forget I said anything.
You see, there is something. I guess it is related technically to my gender, but it's not that.
They reach up, and for the first time, you see them completely remove the mask. Oh, I gotta find what the hands look like, so I can give an explanation of this. So, like, almost. Oh no. They have two-toned skin. It's not like a clear, like, split point. Like, it's not right down the middle. But you can see that one side is definitely, like, paler than the other. Okay, where are you? Okay, here you go. One side is, like, almost, like, do you know what Litron is, Cassidy?
Yes.
You can see, like, the one side is white, like the kind that Litron will give you. Unnaturally white skin.
Interesting.
Where the other half is more natural colored skin. Little tanner. And their eyes are different color. One is blue, and the other is red, I think.
Hmm. Litrot's nothing to be ashamed of either.
Yeah, red. One eye's red, one eye's blue.
It's not that simple, Cassidy. I have Litrot. One of my arms is longer than the other now. But it wasn't always like this.
Yes, Litrot is a progressive disease.
No.
Make insight plus willpower saves, both of you.
Oh god.
Okay, how does this work again?
Oh god. Insight willpower.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where are those?
Stats. Insight willpower. That'll be 12.
Far away, a man in white medicinal robes is eating his meal, occasionally glancing your direction and trying not to eavesdrop.
Oh no, this was in my room.
Oh, this is in your room. Never mind then.
Oh.
Ignore this
Yeah, no.
save.
This was in the room because they hold one's privacy.
Right, never mind then.
They
Can proceed
Okay.
as you were.
all right.
Cassidy.
Oh yeah, the mask's off now.
Cassidy.
Yes.
I was two people.
How does that work?
I don't know. I've only heard anything like it from the creation of homunculus and similar magical combinations. But this was not an intentional process.
I almost did, TT.
I could have
I
sworn you would
almost
say,
said
I was two Vix. Don't you understand?
I was two people, Cassidy, and I don't know who I am now. I am so desperate to bring the stone to Ozymandias so he can undo it, so I can have my lives back.
And why are you afraid of meeting this new person, or of
It's-
meeting this old person?
It's my sister. I don't even know if she'll have a crystal ball to hear it, but what?
Do you want to
apparently-
speak? Do you want to speak to her?
I do.
Then, as someone who has a laundry list of regrets, don't wait. Otherwise, you'll have an eternity to regret it.
Regrets. I've had a few.
Again, too few to mention.
I want to, but how do I tell her I'm this?
Some shit happened.
That part of me wants to see her so bad. The other part has never met her.
Well, there's a very easy way to resolve that part.
Don't tell the others, please.
It's your secret, not mine. I'll be back in a second. Bathroom. And leg.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Gore, how you doing down at the bar?
He's probably gone down the list and sampled basically everything.
They don't have that much
Um,
variety on hand at the moment because trade has been scarce.
Oh yeah, no, he's just sampling whatever they got. Because, again, the goal is to have a little bit here and there and just enjoy the differences. So he's having a blast, even if it's relatively bland, simple food.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
It's-
joy can be found in
it's-
even the simplest of foods.
It's
Exactly.
cooked well. It's cooked well, even if it's simple.
hmm Is he getting the sense like these people are struggling for food?
Yeah,
We have so much.
you did say that they're kind of struggling for everything. But food is a big one. Like their stores are low. It's not as full as it looks on here because there's a limited number of resources available on good old Incarnate.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, sorry.
Is Gore going to share
Okay. We
all
just
the bread
cut
and meat
to,
we have?
we cut-
I'm a magnanimous god.
we cut to Gore Wall.
Just
Yeah.
just giving this one in some bread isn't going to do a lot. He's thinking.
Mhm.
Oh wait, you could give it some wheat, because like you said, that would grow a fuck ton.
Well, these people aren't
Yeah, they would
farmers. These
just have
people
to grow it, but
These people are not farmers. These people are specifically, an inn owner and some.
They
maids
could
or
probably turn the
whatever.
wheat into alcohol, though.
You did hear from the militiamen outside. One of the major trade routes is currently being blocked by some sort of insect cat monsters.
Yeah,
oh,
it's like again, like giving it only to this one inn is not going to do a lot.
I see.
But he's
That is a good
formulating some
point.
thoughts. Like he's formulating some thoughts. He's definitely overpaying, probably by triple, and he's not gonna accept no for an answer. But yeah, he's thinking.
shenanigans.
hmm
All right.
Back
So-
in the hotel room.
Thank you, Cassidy. Would you, I have woken you to just ask for the privacy.
What?
I had woken you to ask for the privacy, some privacy to talk, to do what I need to do. But I think if you don't mind, could I bring your board with me?
All right.
You don't need to be in or near, but it would be reassuring to have.
I've got your back if you need me.
Thank you, Cassidy. They take a deep breath, they put the mask back on, and they head into the back room. Put down the crystal ball.
Crystal ball.
Yeah.
I would like to speak to.
Let me double check the last name. Yeah,
Beatrice Rhea.
The ball swirls for a minute, and then 2 minutes,
oh,
3, and 4, and just when you're about to lose hope, something swirls in the mist, and you briefly see your sister's eyes,
Beatrice.
What? And then the eyes look away, and you hear coming from the ball the sounds of shouting and screaming and burning wood cracking under its own weight.
What?
And the connection is severed.
Beatrice? Beatrice!
Oh, I'm sorry. It seems the owner of that ball has sheafed it. I can make another call.
I...
You want to talk about it?
Are
I can
you
give you some
sentient?
platitudes. No. But
Then
people
no.
pour their thoughts and feelings into me, and I can regurgitate them at times.
And no,
Sure, I could give you some platitudes.
I don't need empty platitudes.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I sleep now.
With the same tone as the skeleton of Los Cadavra. I sleep now.
They take their mask off and chuck it against a wall.
Things leather, it's fine.
Yeah. Which Cassidy would probably hear the thunk of the mask. Lydia,
Mm-hmm.
Cassidy would hear the thunk of the mask against the wall in the other room.
Did it not go well?
There's something wrong.
Can you be more specific?
She was somewhere where something was burning.
That's a bit of a concern.
Why would it be burning?
They come out of the room, mask back in their hand. I don't understand. They were part of my family. His family. They were good people. Just gonna slump down onto a chair.
We are dealing with a bunch of fire-slinging maniacs. No, I'm just out of character. Just I'm
Yeah.
thinking aloud. Sorry.
Cassidy
No.
drifts over and puts a hand on their shoulder.
We weren't a hugely affluent family, but we had some money. But we weren't like the others. What? Why would somebody burn? What?
Was she alive?
I saw her face for just a second.
Then there's still hope.
I suppose you're right. Thank you, Cassidy.
You going to be alright?
No, I will not be.
Suppose I can't ask much.
We should go
We can check on her again later.
Yeah, yes. If she's not, if she is safe, it'll be better to call her later. See, they shiver and put the mask back on.
Do you want to come down to the bar with me?
I think so.
Yeah, they'll head back down to the bar where Gore is.
Hmm. Down at the bar. Alright. You three are at the bar.
Yeah.
Gore will
Oh,
wave as they
boy.
come down. Is it,
Oh, Gore.
hello?
Did you... Oh, wait. Sir! Fuck.
He just looks around and just rude.
Yeah.
Sir?
The guy's well down the road.
Ah, fuck.
Damn.
Well,
Is the
happens.
delicious still out there?
Yep, they're still proselytizing. Some of them are setting up camps. You know, little tents. They don't like to sleep indoors. They like to rough it.
What was the name of the place I came from? Oh, half of me came from.
That's a good question for your character notes.
What came from a school?
Let me see if I have it written down somewhere.
I don't know if we named the village or town she came from. Or city. Oh wait.
You studied at Bor Bunyan's School of Sorcery.
Yeah. That's where the sorcerer half was.
I don't have a town listed. You can pick one from the map if you'd like.
Okay. Yeah. I have a picture of the map in the location archive. Yeah, okay, cool. Probably closer to the water because that half made a deal with a he was a witch, so he made a deal with a something of the water. What is Minerva? Is Minervans? Would they have any kind of undying population nearby?
Yes.
Okay then. Minervans then.
You're from Minervans. City of Wisdom.
Cool. Go back inside.
Sorry, Gore.
Just gonna shrug at that. Did you see something that caught your eye?
The man who left. He was a healer during the plague.
Well, there's not too many in this town, I expect.
I was hoping to see if I recognized him, or doesn't matter now.
We may be here for a couple of days, so
Oh, right. We need to talk about that once Alex wakes up.
speaking of, I have a bit of a plan.
Plan?
Yes. See, we have all this bread. And this
Yeah,
town is starving.
Yes, but we have a lot of bread, not enough to feed a whole town.
No, not with bread alone. But bread pairs very well with soup.
Okay.
It's
I don't see what you're getting at.
soup. But it's just kind of like what the hell? You're kinda
Where
like,
are you getting soup?
soup isn't that hard to make. We just need someone with a large cog.
Do you know how to make soup?
Blink to that. Water?
No, you don't.
No. But
Core, I
with the, we have in excess a little bit of money. And the inn has a sheriff. A cook.
yes. Sure, but we don't have the supplies to make soup.
No. But soup can go a very long way.
Okay, but Core, where are we getting the soup?
Whatever is left.
Oh my god. It would be really good if we could get soup to help them eat.
He's gonna point it more to the point. This is gold bread. Even if the soup
Okay.
is water, a little bit of bread will carry.
No, Core, if it's just water, that's just water.
I don't mean literally water.
But
I
you're
mean
saying to
thick
give
as
them all
water.
soup. But you still need all the supplies to make soup. Do you want to go out and hunt or gather supplies?
Okay, you are talking too fast and you are talking too slow. Meet in the middle.
Wait, why are we buying clothes at the soup store?
Fuck
Like,
you!
walks out.
Gore has noticed that the town is low on food, and I'm not surprised. But he wants to make them soup.
No,
And
I want to
offer-
hire someone to make soup.
Oh. Who do you intend to hire?
Just points to the end's kitchen.
Alright. What are you making the soup out of?
Whatever they have and whatever people can spare.
But that will still use up what they have.
Soup can go a very long way. And pair it with the bread, and it can go much further.
At this point, the last few guests have begun trickling out. It's getting pretty late. It's just you guys and the Scarecrow left in the bar.
Okay, hang on. Now you've got me. What is the Scarecrow doing? Are they drinking? Are they eating?
She
What
is
the fuck?
miming drinking out of an empty glass.
All right, I just wanted to. Okay, that was just momentary curiosity, Satan. Thank you. But just pretending. to be Satan.
You try and figure out the logistics of this, I suppose.
So you wouldn't need much more than what I already ate here.
I'm
He
not.
just
I'm
points
not
to
a
like
chef.
the. He just points to like the 4 plates and the 2 bowls.
I'm not a chef, and don't give away all of the bread and wheat. That's the only thing. That's one of the only things Cassidy can eat.
I'm not. I will give mine.
You can give mine as well.
I mean, can't we? Isn't there like some magic that you can use to like duplicate food or something?
God?
What about food?
Is there a spell that can like make more food?
So like we do work on a certain like alchemy equivalent exchange things
Yeah.
where like you can summon food and like you can duplicate you can transmute stuff into food. But Jesus style, just making one fish into 50, that's a very difficult feat to pull off without doing something heinous to power it.
Looks at the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah, start using the Philosopher's Stone.
No.
No one will ever go hungry again.
So,
Ever.
do you have is there a spell to make wheat grow faster?
Yeah, there's lots of spells to help with the fertility of crops.
Druids and shit.
So we have god wheat.
which is probably grown from like ambrosia tinged fertilizer or something.
Yeah, we just give that to some farmers and tell them this shit.
Yeah, but what rituals do I have? Spiritism. Oh, only a ritual spiritism. I don't think that would really work to make bread grow.
Someone in town might.
Wheat grow.
Someone in town might, but let's spitballing. We do what we can do first.
You seem to not have an idea of what you're doing for.
It's a bad assumption.
I'm tempted to change your bond from loyalty to mistrust.
Why? He wants to feed people.
Yeah,
Like
the
it's
way
gonna
you're going
go-
about this is so weird and incomprehensible to them.
Oh,
Like it's gonna go look at the scarecrow woman and see if everything is alright.
Scarecrow is miming, drinking, and then looking forlornly into her empty glass of water.
Is there something the matter? You've been there for a while.
Yeah. And then she looks at you and her button eyes blink in surprise. Oh, you're still here. Yeah, wow. You're talking to me.
Something. Is everything all right?
Yeah. Belladonna? Wow. People don't talk to me normally.
Is she being loud?
She's talking about the volume I'm talking at the moment.
So yes.
Cole will glance over.
Yeah, normally they just sort of treat me like I'm an object, which I guess in some people's eyes I am. But yeah, no, something's terribly wrong. My friend hasn't shown up in days.
Wait, who's your friend?
Oh, Grammy Fulsa. She lives up the road. I'm a messenger or courier, sort of like a herald for hire. I go and send messages to people, and I travel around, and it's a pretty good job. And I go to her, with mail all the time, and then she, one day she was like, "Let me buy you a drink at the tavern." And I was like, "Okay, I don't drink anything, but all right." And we sat and we talked for like hours. And then we've been doing that whenever I get in town, but she hasn't shown up for. And the Scarecrow stops and thinks for a moment. 19 days.
Eh.
Would you like someone to look into that for you?
Would you be willing to?
I mean, from the sound of it, we might be here for a few days. or longer.
Gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, you'd be my hero, yes! And she hugs you, and her arms are covered in like scratchy wool clothing, and inside they're articulated by sticks and also filled with straw, so it's like a very bristly hug.
Mm.
She lives up this road, and she's got a great big farmhouse. You can't miss it. It's huge.
Is this the same road we were told that there's beasts?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she might be in some. Imagine what the reason why she hasn't visited, because apparently there's some. Did you say like ant lion beasts of sorts?
Yeah, that's roughly the description.
I heard some like ant lion monsters are on the road. So that's probably why she hasn't left the house. If
That's why no one has any mail! Because the road's blocked! Oh my gosh! Belly, you are such an idiot.
what was
Is everything
Can I-
alright over?
damn.
Yeah?
What is the likelihood that the militiamen of Mars are the reason why the antlions have blockaded this town?
You've got any reason to suspect that they caused the blockage.
I mean,
They might just be using it to their advantage, but could have.
Yeah, it may not be correlation, may just be opportunistic. But then again, the Myrmidons or the militia do style themselves on ants, and there are giant ant monsters rampaging.
No, ant lions.
Ant lions.
You say one of these were actual ant lions or lion-headed ants?
What described to you by the militiamen was creatures with the bodies of insects and the heads of leopards.
Okay.
Whether that's a
Gotcha.
fully accurate description and whether or not you remember the drawings I posted here a couple weeks ago, who can say?
Oh, but I do.
They were probably closer to general than anything else.
Yeah, seems like something we
Yes.
could investigate.
Is everything alright, Leica?
Your name?
What?
what?
She says to you, "Oh, is that your name?" Because Hole just called you Leica.
I'm Lucky, yes.
Nice to meet you, Leica. I'm gonna count you as my second friend.
Oh, that's
Oh, excuse me, young lady. What is your name?
Shepherd. Courier. That's like a herald for hire. Do you send someone out to go deliver messages for you?
Yes, I'm aware what a courier is. How far have you been?
Oh, I've been all over Mediterra. It's really good because I can't catch the plague, so it makes a very nice sterile way to get messages out.
I see. Have you been to Minerva's?
I have been to Minervans. Last time I went to Minervans was... And she stops and she thinks for a moment. 3 months and 15 days ago.
Was it alright when you were there?
It was peachy keen.
Nothing, no fire?
No, it's on the water.
Thank you, Shepherd.
I wanted to be. One of my ideas when I was young is I was going to be a courier, but my mom advised against it. Says that she tried that when she was young, and then she was delivering some sort of like playing chip, and then she was cornered by and got shot by some guy.
Someone was
Shot
going to
with a
make the
crossbow.
joke.
I shot with
Wow.
a crossbow, and it was apparently a whole mess.
Yeah, it can be a dangerous situation being a courier. Luckily, I generally don't get to carry anything valuable, mostly just letters. They trust the stronger automatons with the big stuff.
You are
Like we have a quest.
very
Wait.
knowledgeable,
I don't-
Shepard.
Thank you. I try to retain information so as to better disperse it amongst the masses.
How familiar are you with the people of Renervans?
Well, let's see. They've got a population. Well, you can never really give a firm population count these days. But they got a lot of people in there. I've delivered to at least 3 dozen of them.
Are you aware of the Rhea family?
And there's their house on the maps.
What?
The address maps. The maps of addresses.
But you've never been there?
I can't recall being there before.
I see, thank you.
Do you have a message you'd like to send to that house?
I don't know if it's safe to.
Oh, right, because the roads are blocked. Ah, geez, I should remember these things.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. She doesn't have a. The fucking Wizard of Oz theme gets me again.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Oh, Metal Man, Lion, and
You just now caught that?
Yes, I am not the smartest.
we'll go. We met a Tin Man, a Scarecrow, and maybe a lion. This whole, and we met Glinda Goodwitch.
Wait, who was Glinda Goodwitch? Oh, fuck.
Auntie.
Glinda the Good Witch. Glinda Goodwitch is a Ruby character.
Delightful.
God damn it, TT.
Some of that wasn't even planned.
Yeah, we got an orb, so.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shepard.
When the roads get cleared, I'll be happy to take your letter wherever you need it.
Thank you.
Re-upload her character art because I think Belladonna Shepard's really cute.
She's very cute.
She's
Yeah,
It's adorable.
She has some
Aw.
of the Ragdoll character from the Digital Circus energy.
see that.
So she had like Pip Whiffle.
Ragatha.
She has some Piper.
Whole like visibly just slumps, like whole body just droops.
I'm very tired. I'm going to go to bed.
You know, have fun.
They turn, they just go ahead to their room. And there was 3.
Well, if anyone else has business, we can take care of it, or otherwise we can end this scene and start with a fresh new day.
Let's end the scene. I
Yeah.
imagine after Alex tells us of.
Well, Alex went to sleep too,
All right.
so that'll have to come out tomorrow.
Okay. Do. It's the next day at the tavern. You wake up in your beds, rested, happy, ready to greet the day. You go downstairs, the tavern's mostly empty. The staff makes some food for you. The scarecrow is still sitting at the bar with the one glass, looking wistfully at the tavern windows, as if waiting for someone to come in any minute now.
Before I came down, no, I think she'd be too afraid. They'd be too afraid to try again. That soon, anyway.
Fair.
Good morning,
So-
everybody.
Everybody get together for breakfast, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Compared to yesterday, he's definitely not as manic. He probably did not sleep as well as he would have liked, but then again, he always has kind of the watery eyes kind of look.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's just kind of idly poking at his food with a fork. It's like, I don't know if you were told. That's a general form of address. But I did manage to contact the person I was hoping for, and she's advised, stressed really, that we remain here in this town and don't go too far.
And you said a fortnight?
Yeah.
Well, we do need to go to help out Belladonna down there.
You
Clear out the
propose that
roads.
we clear out the yes.
Yeah, I'm definitely not. I wouldn't want to sit on my hands that whole time.
And maybe you can look into the doctor. Like we saw the doctor's place walking in, as well as the blacksmithing.
Armor.
Maybe we can
Yeah.
get something of use in endeavors.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Probably I
Well-
should tell you Folly that we're going to be needing to be staying in Genitonia for a while, and maybe doing a detour elsewhere.
Cole gets up and goes over to the bar.
I want something alcoholic, please.
Bartender's like, the cock crowed like 2 hours ago.
Something alcoholic.
Okay. And he whips you up a foamy glass of Bacchus's morning routine.
What?
Oh.
What was it?
Bacchus's
again?
morning fitness regimen. That's what it's called.
TT, that
Yeah?
first name made me viscerally disgusted. I just want you to know
What
that.
name?
Morning
Bacchus's
routine.
morning routine.
There was a reaction.
They'll take it and come back to the table with it and take a big swig of it.
Excuse me. You were saying, Alex?
Yeah, just I don't think I cannot. While I trust my aunt, I cannot sit idly on my hands when I know something can be done to help people. I don't want to be idle.
They look at you and it's like they look at you and take another swig. And mutter to themselves.
I just we should do something. I don't know whether or not we go knock a few heads around with the militia, or we
It would-
Gore. What was it you were mentioning about the trade routes?
It's being blocked.
Yeah, blocked by what?
Like some
Some
sort
kind
of
of-
leopard ant things.
Cool.
Possibly, likely a chimera.
Then maybe we
Well-
can do something about that.
If we head to the smithy, we can get some supplies and maybe go do something about that.
Okay, that sounds like a fine plan.
Not a bad idea.
Do some violent self-care.
I would also fuck. Lost my train of thought. I propose that we also possibly open up a soup kitchen of SARS.
Soup.
I still don't know what you're getting at, but whatever.
The inn clearly has some sort of food on top. Simply bite out for a bit.
Soup sounds really nice.
And, as I was saying, we could use the gold bread on the side.
That sounds like a fine plan. Let's
It will keep those still here a bit more spirits.
okay.
But first, I need to buy a cook.
Very well, Gore. Sounds like a fine plan.
Are you alright?
I mean, not to make this weird, but is anybody all right?
No.
Just shrugs.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm certainly peachy.
Well,
I'm dead.
Yeah, she does kind of have us beat there.
I'm dead.
There's a beat.
My sister might also be dead.
But we don't know that.
Gonna reach
And-
over and give Hola a light pat on the shoulder.
Their body tenses.
Still get pat on shoulder.
I tried calling her with the orb, and it was fire.
Fire and
Ceres-
what? He's gonna look out like the direction of the door and it's like, you don't think like the militia has something to do with it?
Oh. How hard would it be to crush this glass?
Not very.
Okay, the glass is shattered in their hand.
Oh dear! I've
Low
aggravated
Leica puts
somebody
down
else.
some payment for
Yeah.
the glass.
Fire is also a very common way to deal with.
Didn't mean to roll two.
housing.
You take 2 damage from breaking a glass in your hand.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, it
Yeah, it
seems
breaks
I've
this shit.
seems I'm setting off another person today. Yesterday. Great
Oh,
start.
jeez! Says the scarecrow who hears the sound of glass and sees the bleeding of Hole's hands. Oh, you should go see the doctor.
All right, let's.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just gonna look outside and see where the fire's coming from.
There's no
no,
fire
no.
outside.
There's a fire outside. When I use the orb, the just a ball to try and contact my sister, I saw fire where my sister was.
Yeah, and my suspicious ass, knowing that the full strength of the militia is not here yet. So I was like, oh god, is that them?
Cole gets up and
Yeah, maybe
I'm gonna go see
let's.
the doctor, I guess.
Yeah, I'll come with you.
Very think before you open your mouth next time.
the B10 looks at you.
Yeah, I think he's talking to me.
Yes. As I said, fire is a very common way to deal with houses.
Sure. All right, are we leaving the tavern?
Yeah,
I am.
I don't
Gorse,
see why we
Is
did that. but-
Teresia up yet?
You don't know. She might have left before you guys did. She might still be sleeping in. Who can say?
Gore's staying to try and negotiate a deal with the inn's cook.
All right, we'll deal with that in a second. Outside.
Is the militia there?
They are. Most of them are still in their tents. Centurion Corpse, however, is already on his pulpit. There's not a lot of people up and about to talk to, but he is prepared to begin his sermonizing once there's an audience.
I'm gonna see if they're gonna do it. Alex, you see them start to step towards Corpse, but stops.
Corpse notices. Corpse is very sharp-eyed. And Corpse walks calmly to you. Yes, citizen?
Hello. Good morning, Corpse.
Centurion Corpse. Yes, thank you.
Centurion Corpse.
If you don't mind me asking, that's a bit of a macabre name.
Yes. Our great founder, General Dirt, took his moniker when he realized exactly how the politicians view those of us who fight on their behalf.
Oh.
Those of us who achieve standing within the militia are encouraged to take up similar monikers to show the world that we are not afraid of being rendered undignified fates if it serves a greater good. So I took Corpse as my name, to show that I am content with the fact that someday I may be nothing more than a dead body bleeding on a hill. Forgotten, pecked at by crows, if it means that my death led to a better world for Mediterra.
I'm inciting that motherfucker.
Yeah, go ahead.
Insight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! 16.
He believes every word he's saying, and that is troubling. This is the person who is very deep into a cult mindset.
Yeah. Man is a
yeah.
zealot. So, well, speaking of making Mediterra a better place, I think you mentioned yesterday that there are beasts stalking the roads.
Yes, hideous things, with the faces of great panthers and the bodies of insects.
Well, you just gotta look past and see the rest of the group is like, I assume this isn't your full strength, otherwise you seem like you would handle such a threat, would you not?
We would handle such a threat right this moment if we were given permission. The orders of General Dirt are that we are to come to Junitonia's aid once Junitonia has agreed to our alliance. We are not allowed to do so beforehand.
Would it
Though
not
I
be
wish
wise-
we could.
Oh,
Would it not be wise to help them and to show your goodwill?
yeah.
Dirt, or Corpse, frowns beneath his, ghastly boar ant head helmet. and says, I understand the thinking of such, and of course charity would be a great show of our strength. The fact of the matter is, the militia needs allies. And we are stretched thinner than we would like, as it is. If I cannot secure those allies, and if I lose men under my leadership without giving us something to gain, then I have hurt the militia. I have hurt the greater cause of General Dirt. And that would be hurting the reputation of Mars. We will fight for the people of Junatonia, and we will fight tooth and nail viciously as warriors should, but we can only do it if they agree to formally ally with Marteres and the Mars militia.
I see. Well, I'm a little curious. You revere Mars, yes?
Of course, great warrior god, one of the few who stands and fights with us, not simply lording above us with his scheming.
I've heard in this. Sorry, I come from a pretty remote farm, but I've heard in this day and age that Mars is also a patron of agriculture, right?
Oh, is that what they've been saying? No. Mars is a god of war, of conquest, of the things that built this empire and made it great, the things that we have forgotten. As the politicians sit in their ivory castles and count the money the merchants hand them, we have forgotten that Mediterra was not built off of merchandise and selling of products and diplomacy. We were made to conquer. We are the ones who unite Midgahim, and there is no better time than now to do so, for all the other nations are weak.
But
So
I
you're
mean,
taking advantage of their weakness.
Of course! Once we have united Mediterra, we will strike out as a mighty fist, with the god Mars at our side, and we shall conquer the entirety of Midgahim.
Have you talked to
Bratance
Mars?
and Frankane,
Have you
Ruslavac.
spoken to Mars?
shh. Try not to interrupt the scary man.
Have I spoken to Mars?
Yes, you seem
I
like a
am
true
but-
believer.
I am but a centurion. Mars would not answer my prayers. Mars only answers to General Dirt.
Oh.
Oh,
I see.
You
Well-
know that.
Well, Mister.
Because he told me, of course, when he gave me the rank of centurion.
Have you ever tried yourself?
I
Have you-
say a prayer to Mars every time I slay in his name.
Well, perhaps
Literally
you should
or
try and pray.
figuratively?
Literally, of course, I am devout.
Perhaps you should try to pray without a slaughter tonight. Ask for his
And-
favor and your goals here.
Oh, and he puts a firm, somewhat terrifyingly strong hand on your shoulder and says, "No, you can't pray to Mars without killing someone. That's not a valid prayer at all."
Oh my god, okay.
Mister
Oh,
Mister
God.
Corpse, Centurion.
Yes.
Sorry. I have a question then.
Yes.
About the eventual plan you have about the whole conquering everything.
Of course.
Okay, let's. I know that everybody is weak and vulnerable right now, and that's why you're preaching strength. But let's say you manage to do it. You conquer everyone. What do you do then?
There are tales of other lands across the oceans. those
Okay.
vaulted other continents.
Okay.
We shall take the riches of this land and build ships the likes of which the world has never seen, and sail to those other lands and show them the Midgheim way. We shall spread the word of Mars to every corner of the globe.
Okay. And say you do that. And say you just you keep winning. You keep conquering. And then there's nothing left to conquer. I mean, what do you do then?
Stops. And his brow furrows beneath his helmet.
Oh god, it's divided by 0.
Wait.
I don't know. But then it's not
Because-
for me to know, is it? I am but a centurion.
TT.
Yeah?
Well, this conversation is on. Can I have Leica do something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I do a prayer to Aerie?
Yeah?
Like, do I have to roll anything for it?
No, you can just full on, like, you've lived in Mediterra enough. You know how to pray to a god.
Alright, so basically he says, well,
It's like
there-
the motherfuckers who keep catfishing you are right here, right now.
yeah,
They're
basically,
gonna
she's
be-
like, yeah, thank you for your prayer, thank you for your sacrifice, and also the assholes who there was an individual who claims to speak to you but does not, and also the assholes who speak is right here, right now. If you and not going anywhere,
A
not
snake.
in full view of them, just off the side.
A snake emerges out of the grass and slithers up to you, and like specifically starts climbing up your leg, and then up your arm until it's on your shoulder. And it rears its head, opens its mouth to bare its fangs at the militia member. The militia member sees that and immediately swings out his sword and decapitates the snake.
I wasn't even in. I said I was like behind the corner.
Then the snake does that in front of the militia member, and the militia member immediately swings out his sword and decapitates the snake.
Oh.
Well, looks like there's. Oh, looks like there's a kill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yep, he killed a divine messenger, all right.
fuck.
Even though I was like,
Ooh.
It slithers up, to where to you praying, and then tries to talk to the militia member on behalf of Ares, and gets his head cut off.
I'm going to make a wild guess and say Dirt said that snakes speak falsely.
Was that necessary, sir?
Sorry, clearly it was trying to attack. And I was fairly certain I could take it without losing any men, so a show of goodwill.
Right.
Can I roll like a magic insight check to see if there's any,
Yeah, go
like
ahead.
an Arcana check to see if like.
Yeah, you can do
divine check.
you can do an insight willpower check to see if there's any magic going on here.
All right. Insight willpower. Come on, Leica. Can't get any advantages due to my chimerist stuff. Or
Yeah,
modifiers?
I'll give you a +5.
Ooh.
Oh, look
Doubles.
at that, you don't even need it.
Christ.
All right.
Five,
You're not sure what? You can't like diagnose it without getting close enough to start studying runes on these guys. But you do think there is general magic that is blocking communication with outside sources via magic.
Oh.
There's something that is keeping others from looking on them very closely or
that's
communicating
why
with them easily.
That's why Ares can't find them.
Yeah, I figured something like that was going on.
Ah, fuck.
Because there's no way a god couldn't just pinpoint them, even somebody as bimbo-headed as Ares.
Something is keeping them from Keeping them isolated is a way to say it.
Keeping them isolated and docked. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It's whatever it is, it's the armor. Like it deduces. The armor needs to go.
Yep.
Well, Mr. Corpse, Centurion Corpse, sorry,
It's all right.
thank you for the enlightening conversation, but I do hope you think about my question, because, I mean, what's the point of all that conquering if, you don't do stuff with it?
Very wise question. Perhaps, should you wish to join the militia, you could pose it to General Dirt himself. I am not a philosopher, but I'm sure he would be very stimulated by the conversation.
If you don't mind me asking, this isn't. I am a little in sorts, but what exactly are the criteria for joining?
One must swear allegiance to the Mars militia and to General Dirt and to the protection of Mediterra. One must swear to lay down their life, if need be, in service of the militia's aims. One must be willing to lay down the lives of any who oppose the militia.
But not Mars?
One
Oh.
must swear fealty to Mars and worship of Mars, of course.
Huh.
But it is more through deeds than through words and blind religious ceremonies that we honor Mars.
Yes, I'm sure you have his blessing with such fine armor.
Yes, we live as Mars would want us to live. We are war and conquest. We shall bring it in his name to all who deserve it.
So where's Gore?
Inside, trying to get the bar owner to
Ah.
help him build a soup kitchen.
Or who else? I know Alex and other. Who else isn't occupied by the?
Where's
A whole-
Cassidy?
I assume
Floating
you were carrying
outside.
around the board.
Yeah, but Cassidy's like can be within a range of the board.
Because Leica has a stupid idea
Oh no.
of a silly, stupid idea that might could work.
It occurs to me, if this thing is enough to block divine influence, I don't think Cassidy would not be able to possess these people, I don't think.
Oh no, my idea is even stupider.
It depends on what.
How much
'cause
stupider?
Well, we need to get them out of their armor, right?
You're gonna
Mm.
seduce them.
We're assuming it's the armor.
No, I'm just saying Greeks wrestle naked.
Jesus.
Let's do a wrestling competition.
Dear Lord.
Oh God.
So that's why you're
We're
asking.
just going to cut to the bar for a second.
They're not strictly Greek.
I don't
Not
want
strictly
any
Roman
soup
either.
kitchens. I only got the one pot. I don't have a lot of pots for soup.
I see.
We could do our ribs night.
That's
Slaughter some pigs.
to go very far.
No, that's not going to go there. What we need is we got to open up that trade route.
So there's no large cauldron sarts in town.
I mean, there might be. You could go through some of the dead people's houses and see what you can find, but that seems kind of ghost to me.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a situation.
So you know of no large pot or sorts.
I mean, not off the top of my head. That you could get a bathtub.
There's plenty of pots outside of their helmets.
They've got holes.
They're not big enough.
We fill the holes.
They're not big enough. Get you like 3 portions of soup. Well, thank you for this. Just, like tapping his fingers on the counter, thinking.
Okay. You think, Goblin Man. You think.
I go join my compatriots.
You know.
He's gonna again pay a little extra.
Oh. Thank you.
Just a nod. He heads out the door.
All right, back outside.
Silly as the idea is, I think there actually is merit if you phrase it the right way, where, a little sparring match. No weapons, no armor, just the weapons that Mars has given us.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to do that. I am soft.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm a tiny twink.
I think by rights any of you should attempt that.
Yeah.
I mean, my armor only gives me a +1, so that still gives
And
me a
you'd be
16
taking
AC.
off your armor.
Yeah, it's a nude wrestling. It's Greek wrestling.
Yeah, but all my AC comes from dodge.
Oh boy.
But thank you for all the information you've given us, Centurion.
Yes, it is
Not a problem.
pleasant conversation.
It was a pleasant conversation.
Let's get you to that doctor now.
Oh.
Yes.
Do you feel better?
Thank you.
One more question.
Of course.
Have you been in the ways of Minervans?
Have I what?
Been the ways of Minervans.
Oh, no. We know that we're not going to have diplomatic relations with the city of Minerva.
Why is that?
Minerva is a two-faced, lying, vile goddess.
Oh, Minerva Athena. Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Minerva's Athena.
Mm-hmm. It's funny you say two-faced, God.
There are none more hated in the eyes of Mars than Minerva. Her city will burn.
Oh.
That's seems extreme.
Alex, you see Hull's hand shaking?
Well, you've given us a lot to think about, Centurion.
No problem. If you have any other questions or comments, and especially if you do think of enlisting, please. We shall be here until Junotonia bends the knee.
I'm gonna lead Hull away, like very firm hand on their shoulder, so they are not tempted to look back. It's like, believe you me. It's like I'm not liking these people. Let's go see that doctor.
Yes, get me away from them.
Yeah, like I meet you, like around the corner, and you just see.
Yeah, you can't see their face, but you see their hand, fucking like, when you're super angry and you're
you're shaking with rage.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
good news
As
and
you
bad
guys
news.
are leaving, Gore comes out.
All right. Good news and bad news. Bad news. Good news. We can get in contact with Ares. Bad news. Whatever magic or armor around them that makes them blind to any and all to scrying divine messengers, or because the snake they slew was a divine messenger.
Oh, that's gonna go over well like a stone.
So, it seems that the dragon is our. Because you can't really easily just lop the head off a dragon now, can you? Unless they have a whole army with them. Either way, I think, either way, it sounds like whoever's whispering in their general's ear is
These people are
less than savory.
highly deluded. The word I would use is deluded. They've
Man, I probably worshipped Minerva.
Most likely, yeah.
Oh God.
these people have like fully bought into it. That's not something we can talk down.
To take off their heads.
Gore just kind of slid up behind the group and is listening in. You know, he's getting the temperature of the conversation before he says anything, basically.
I think like they hold up their hand that's shaking and just kind of like look at it, like. Okay, yeah, you can't describe their face, but like they just like they're studying their hand that's shaking with rage.
Go knock on the door. It's like, doctor, are you in?
Yep, and you guys enter this little wooden hut, and the sign says "Doctor is in." And inside, you see a sweet man, roughly 50 years of age, by the looks of it.
Was he the person in the bar?
Yes, he was the person in the bar.
Ah,
He sees you all and he smiles. He's got a wizard staff with a sort of a chain of beads leading up to the big center stone.
hey.
His white and blue robes are of fine quality cloth, but muted, as if wizard clothes tend to get very colorful, but just by absorbing ambient magic from their spellcaster. So it kind of takes a little bit of effort to try and make your clothes appear very, common and plain when you're a wizard. And it appears that he has taken the effort to try and appear humble.
This man is either stronger than he appears, or doesn't want to like scare people.
Doesn't want any trouble.
Like Jackie Chan.
Hello,
Doctor.
welcome to Medulla's
Hello,
abode.
my friend has some cuts on their hand.
Let me see. And he holds out his hand for you to put yours in it.
They pull off their glove carefully.
Oh, just some minor lacerations. And he,
That would be the lich bot hand.
he still says, just some minor lacerations, and he waves his staff once, and immediately they heal up. I see you are of the magic persuasion yourself.
Would that heal my 2 HP?
Yes, it does.
Cool. HP is very low, so.
What sort of wizardry
yes,
do
I
you
am.
practice? Conjuration, sorcery?
But, I
A little bit of
So,
this, a
like,
little bit of that.
a little bit of a few things.
Nothing wrong with dabbling, generalizing, figuring out where your talent lies.
Yeah, yes.
Been a while since another wizard came to Junotonia. How have the roads fared?
I wish there were better circumstances, but it is nice to see another wizard as well. You, if I may ask, your robes are odd.
Oh, I can't say so. I feel they're fairly ordinary robes.
Exactly.
Ah, yes, because magic tends to enchant. Clever. Yes, I go out of my way to try and keep them from appearing as gaudy as they might wish to be.
My clothes were altered by magic as well.
It's a symptom of the craft. It spreads to every aspect of your life in some ways. But I don't want people to think I'm putting on airs. So
Oh, I understand. That is very kind of you. Many wizards would lord it over others.
yes, some are quite careless.
I suppose so.
The world doesn't need many of that kind anymore.
I heard you were a healer during the plague.
Yes, well, I wandered in here about 8 years ago and saw the state of things, and though I was not the most gifted at healing magic at the time, I did what I could to help. As you can see, if you've been around the town, it was not nearly as much as they would have you to believe. They're not still calling me Miracle Medulla, are they?
I've not heard that nickname yet. No?
Oh, thank God it's dying. Whew. Really not trying to get fame and notoriety. I just want to do something for the people of this town.
Insight? He's really humble for a wizard.
Yeah. Do an insight check.
It'll be 11.
He hasn't lied to you, but also he is definitely hiding something.
What school did you go to?
School? I'm self-taught, of course.
Is he telling the truth?
Do another insight for me.
Oh god. Oh man, I'm glad this is like a good stat. That'll be fucking 12.
Absolute lie. Absolute lie. Just from the way that he healed your lacerations, you can tell this guy has knows several by the book methods of healing magic, because you're aware of some healing magic yourself.
Yeah.
He has some very like it's very good technique, but it's also technique that is definitely on the books, not the sort of clumsy mannerisms of a self-taught wizard figuring out things on their own. Because
Gotcha.
self-taught wizards tend to make like a lot of unnecessary gestures. They haven't been taught the streamlined way of doing things.
What was your name again?
Medulla. It's a
Medulla.
yes.
I can't help but notice that as a fellow schoolgoer,
Practitioner.
your work is not the likes of any self-taught wizard.
I've read some books on the subject of wizardry.
Well, you said self-taught. That's not the same as reading books, quite.
I suppose.
Is there some reason you don't want to tell us what school you went to?
Are you accusing me of lying? You seem very well healed. Why don't you go out and enjoy our fine? There's an inn right next there. Go get some food. And he starts to usher you out the door.
I have a medical issue.
Oh, beyond the lacerations?
Yes.
All right.
It is severe, but I want to know why.
Okay.
This is likely unlike anything you have ever seen.
All right. Well, you've got me intrigued.
Why are you lying to us?
just met you, and my personal history feels like it's a personal history, which you are trying to pry into.
Fair enough. That is a fair point. But this is something extremely personal to me as well. I will not tell just anybody.
I studied at the Academy of Applied Arcana and Magic. Is that good enough for you? Do I meet your credentials?
Okay. Do I know any reason why somebody would lie about being from there?
None that you can think of.
Listen, sir.
And I
it's-
studied at the school at Burbunian School of Sorcery.
And there's a brief flicker of like sympathy, pity that he immediately tries to swallow. That's a good school too.
It's not. I went there.
No, it's not. It's a very bad school. I'm very sorry for you.
Apologies for my friend's manner. It's.
I think.
He's just gonna jab a
No,
thumb
no.
like to the outside.
Alex, stop.
Ooh. All right.
Oh.
So, medical issue. Let's focus on the medical issue. Because
Right.
now I'm really intrigued.
I have not told any of my companions yet.
All right. Well, would you like them to leave? Can you guys leave so we can talk about this medical issue?
Yeah. I'll,
Of course.
Do they leave the board?
Oh yeah, I'm carrying the board, so.
No. Stay.
All of us, or just
All of you.
oh, so-
You have a chair.
All right.
Somewhere I can sit down.
Yeah. He shows you to one of his examination rooms, of which
They
there
go
are
in,
two.
They sit down really heavily, just kind of flop into it.
All
The
right.
rest of you were wondering why I was so intent on completing our mission, our job. Yes?
I can't read minds. I'm sorry.
I was hoping our employer would be able to help me. Us.
They reach up and they pull off the mask again, and the rest of you see the half, almost again, not quite half and half. It's more like some parts of her skin are more tan, some of them are shock white.
Mhm.
They undo their hair, which you can now see is blonde at the top, but ends in white, which isn't that weird, but it is still a thing. One eye is red and one eye is blue.
My names were Theodorus and what? Fuck. God damn it. Okay. My names were Theodoros, and Celosia. I was once two people.
That explains why your magic tastes so strange.
What?
Magic. It has a flavor to some.
TT, we could put that beef and tunics as some kind of in-universe term,
I don't want it to be though.
Okay.
I don't know how. I was a sorcerer named Celosia. I went to Bourbon's I went to Bourbon School of Sorcery. But I was also Theodoros, the son of a family from Minervans. I never met them.
You've been fused into one body.
Oh, so you've been two vexed.
That's not a thing in this world! How dare you!
It is now!
An ethereal
Nope,
hand manifests
not canon!
and throws a book at Kay.
I don't know
You-
who I am now. I'm
Okay,
both of them, but there's so many things that don't fit and match.
obviously a horrifying and unsettling situation to be in. You have my great sympathy. And you are correct. I have never heard or seen anything like this before. And then there's just that spark which you recognize of that mad wizard curiosity,
Yeah,
where he can't help being just a little bit delighted. It's like,
yeah.
this is a very compelling problem. I'm going to do some tests, just to sort of figure out the structure of the runes of whatever this spell is, and try to see how this happened, so we can figure out a way to pull you apart without killing you. All right?
Yes.
And he gets out a variety of tools, of these various magical contraptions. And you're schooled enough in magic to know that these are specifically alchemy tools.
Okay.
Which is there's a lot of approaches to magic, and alchemy is specifically a very scientific based approach where you treat this as very cause and effect, reproducible results, and et cetera, whereas other schools of magic are really more art forms, with more sloppy rules. This is, alchemy is a very hard science approach to the study and understanding of magic, and has certain advantages and disadvantages that result from that philosophy. But he starts, he spends about like half an hour doing various things to look at your aura and the runes inscribed upon you by the spell, because spells always leave a trace, even if it's an imperfect or incomplete trace. So it's not entirely possible to like easily figure out what something is going. And he starts getting some ideas like, all right, I've got enough work to start doing.
Like a normal spell either.
No, this was a horrible accident. He's like, all right, I've got enough to work on now. I'm going to do some experiments. If you could come back in about a day or two, I might have some results that are interesting. This may take a while to unravel, but I will do my best to figure it out. Both out of compassion for you and, admittedly, a very insatiable curiosity.
Thank you. I've not found anyone who's been able to help me yet.
Well, I can't guarantee I will be, but I will do my best to try. I should warn you that the nickname is a nickname. I don't know if I can perform any actual miracles.
Who were you before this, really?
No one that matters.
They look like, their face is visible. They look a little like hurt, I guess, because they told them this, and then I see.
It's better if that man stays dead.
I understand.
Let's keep our little secrets to ourselves, shall we?
I would prefer you not tell everybody about me.
He
There are
mimes
reasons who I am sure
He mimes
would
sealing
happily-
his lips.
I am sure that there are wizards who would happily pull me apart to see what I'm made of.
Yeah, if you ever go by that tower of Ranzigar the Rabbit,
Oh,
here's
he's
a
dead.
quick tip. Oh, thank God.
Stabbed him with it.
Maybe we should employ that scarecrow girl to just tell. No, wait. Let's just make that a running joke. That every single time Ransgar's brought up, we just tell them he's dead.
Yeah.
Eventually, it'll make the rounds.
Actually, that's something else. My magic has changed.
Interesting.
Since
Very interesting.
I've been I was a sorcerer, with an affinity for fire. I was a combat sorcerer.
For Humor's theory is more or less disproven, but I wonder if there is just some kernel of truth to it, that perhaps the fluids that control the personality swings that connect to your magic have been rearranged by the shift.
There's logic in that, I suppose.
Angle to study it from at the very least. But that's an interesting symptom to note. I'll make sure to look into it.
Thank you, Dula.
Good be with you.
They look at the rest at the party, just like, now what?
Let's go visit that blacksmith, I guess.
Are you looking for some?
Do you still want me with you?
Yes.
Anybody else have any secret identities they want to get off the chest?
Turns out Gore was once known as the God Butcher.
No, friends. I've been perfectly transparent with all of you so far.
Because she's a ghost.
You can see whole wince.
I can't wait for Gore to tell us. You know, once upon a time, I was a horrendous cannibal known as Muncher.
Oh, no. God.
The Muncher.
Do you guys
No.
remember
I'm glad
Muncher?
someone remembered Muncher.
The Muncher deserves to stay dead.
Yes, he does.
You are not put off by my presence.
Nope. My dear, I lived with Faye. I am Faye. This is Tuesday. He's gonna
I
give
don't
you
think
just
it is.
He's just gonna give you a light pat in the side, just like with just a big warm smile.
I think it's Sunday, actually.
Fae
It
are,
is-
have their mysterious ways and all, but this is nothing. I've never heard anything like two Fae being put into one. That wasn't some kind of chimera.
He shrugs. He's like,
I mean, is it really that unusual?
Yes.
Be
Well,
loved by you.
What I mean to what I mean to say is, yeah, it doesn't happen very often, but is it really that bad? I mean,
Imagine you had another, imagine all of Leica's thoughts and memories were suddenly put into your head. All
yeah,
of that in an instant put together. You have memories of Leica's family and your family. You have the tastes of Leica, but also your own. And they conflict. Everything conflicts.
But
One of you has had your family die to the Red Death. The other might have his sister burned to death.
Yeah.
Everything is a contradiction.
I just meant to say, you know, the name you chose, you've been, you know, addressed yourself
Whole.
among us. You've been calling yourself whole.
That's not the name. That's just a moniker because I'm
But
this.
I know, but you could have chosen anything. But two halves of a whole is specifically what you chose. I mean,
There's a pause and like,
and I mean, I don't think it's that freaky, to be honest. I mean, here in Mediterra, there's a god named Janus, and he has two heads, two faces. He's of two minds. I don't think any of the gods think he's a freak.
That's what's pronounced Janus.
Yeah, they're both allowed.
Yes. How do gods feel about mortals using their name? Not like, being named after them.
Depends on the mortal.
What do I
Well,
know about
I know in
Janus?
general you're not supposed to speak about the gods of the dead, else you get
Yeah,
their
yeah.
attention.
What do I know about Janus? It's like, did that bother him?
Nah, that'd be fine with it.
The god of transitions and pathways. The term was like specifically doorways, transitions, and changes. I don't know. It's a very
Sinai
odd.
Cassidy. Janus. That'll do.
Well, if it helps any, a person is nothing but a bunch of contradictions, anyways.
Don't give me that platitude. I've heard it already.
Yet to know that's true.
I just know our crystal ball is like, oh, they really don't want any platitudes, do they? Please, I want to give some platitudes.
Well, what would make you feel better? Clearing the road, yes?
Yeah, but keep me busy. It's a good idea.
Make people happy.
You know, neither half my halves were particularly good at keeping everybody happy. They pick up the mask and put it back on, tie their hair back up.
No one's good at making everyone happy.
All right, I'm ready to go.
Just gonna give them another pat on the side again.
There's a flinch, but not as much as the last time.
It's a very light pat, just pat. Don't know what
Um,
level of intimacy
They're
prescribed
not
to,
super
so
comfortable with physical touch
yeah. So just like light pat.
because
So
their sense of intimacy has been completely ruined.
Yeah, and specifically just to make them aware that Gore has no problem, being in contact with them even after knowing. This changes
Aw.
nothing.
Yeah, there's a slight flinch, but not like as much as the last time. And the beaked face does look down at you and just quietly for a second.
Just smiles.
So, blacksmith,
Maybe it
Hello?
wasn't there, but
Yeah?
why are we heading to the blacksmith?
Alex suggested it earlier.
Car?
For those of us who use weapons and the like, there might be something useful there.
Hmm.
Uh, Leica, you use swords, yes?
I dabble.
We might be able to find something useful to you. Alex, you used a staff, correct?
And also, like, was
Alex?
one who wanted to go.
Oh, Leica was one who wanted to go. Okay.
Yeah.
Apologies. Yes. Let's head to the... DZ, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, I said your name.
Apologies.
I said that I addressed Alex. Alex, you used the staff, correct?
Yeah, I've been using it.
Is that what you're best suited for?
I couldn't tell you. I try not to hurt people.
That is admirable. Half of me was a doctor, I get it. Cassidy,
Mm-hmm.
you use your claws, right?
Yes.
Can you use a weapon?
I don't think so.
Mechanically speaking, yes. Chrono Trigger rules. Ayla upgrades her fists by buying new fists and equipping it.
All right, let's see what
Maybe-
this black.
Maybe.
Let's see what the smithy has to offer. Also,
Mhm.
since it's getting late, so we want to get.
Yep.
Before Lydia has to
Yeah.
go.
Hey, hello everyone, I'm the blacksmith. Right now I currently carry a stock of everything on the basic bitch weapons and equipment part of the book, which is pages 130 to 132. You can buy anything that's listed there except for the pistol, because pistols don't exist in this world. Otherwise, the rest of it's totally free game. Also, if you bring me rare materials, I can forge them into cool shit for you. But you don't have any of those yet, so you're shit out of luck there.
Cool.
There you go.
Thanks. Leica, what you looking for?
Oh, it was just a base.
For now,
Well, now we know.
bring me some cool shit and open
Yeah, I
up
know.
trade, and we'll see what happens.
Can I
Cool,
sell
let's
my
go ahead towards that path.
Can I sell my old chain flail real quick?
Oh, you can totally do that. Sell that shit.
All right,
Oh,
There.
yeah, that's a good idea.
chain flail.
I'll sell my old staff. How much is that for?
Half of whatever it cost originally.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
goddamn page now.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah, I gotta
RPG.
find it.
You know how these rules work.
Yeah. we can find that out of session and figure out the monetary
Yep,
hurdle
we know how to
as
do the
we
math
go.
now. It's a natural endpoint for the session, so I say, woohoo! Next time you're gonna go check out some weird bug cats.
Woo!
And maybe
Good night, everybody.
And maybe they get some
So-
homoerotic wrestling done. Who knows?
Yeah, we might.
So says the
It's
black
not a
man.
bad time to bring up that I don't actually have to get Lily tonight because my aunt's getting her.
Oh,
Yeah, I still have
Because
work
we don't
tomorrow
know-
though, so.
This is about
Okay.
our usual time